impressive. And Hot Dog has had an ever impressive year. I mean, he's done really well. He won a premiere in Shanghai, which I think is his first premiere win.
And he mentioned that in the video as well. That was like, you know, his big win. He's like, yeah, I feel really good about that. And I mean, that was awesome. Really well played. And it was a big kind of moment for him, especially I think in terms of points. It was a very interesting effect on not only him, but Kijipamu as well, right? Who is somebody who's scrambling for points to be in the final.
It's been really beneficial for him getting a great sponsor as well, Talon, because most of his points have come from international events. He's only really picked up 80 in Asia rankings, but most of them have been premieres and international events. He's had top 8s at C Major. DreamHack Dallas, where of course he met Punk in grand finals, and lost in a reset 3-0, 3-1.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he beat him in the winners finals of that, if I remember correctly, and then lost in grand finals or something like that. I remember Punk was in losers.
No, I think that's the only time they met.
Oh, was the grand?
Punk went to losers before that. But
oh, okay.
That's their only meet in the season so far.
Yeah, and I remember it was not a pretty finals, to say the least. Punk definitely had the better end of it, and you know, this is one of those matchups where I think if you're a Karen player, you feel pretty good fighting it, especially Punk.
Yeah, Punk's been playing Problem X at tournaments for the last 3 years straight.
Yep.
And I don't mean in tournament bracket, I mean after, for epic, sets after the night, late into the night. So there's the activation. V-Trigger 2, of course, his favorite.
Yep. Psycho Crusher.
Backwards. He's still alive, though.
Yeah, scary. You see Punk just hanging out here. Probably going to look for a V skill, or, well, there's the V reversal now. He was about to build V-Trigger. Oh, whiffs it, but there's the command throw. I like that idea, right? Because it was pretty early, and, you know, in that moment, I think if you're Punk, you probably don't even think about that as an option yet.
Yeah, using the V reversal was actually decent in that position because, of course, if Karen V reversals you into the corner, she does get pressure. So it's kind of a simple. Most of the Karen players are using that V trigger activation literally to just get a plus activation. So if you can get that off of a V reversal and maintain a bar. Oh wow, a rare baited reversal.
Yeah,
Punk had such a high hit rate on those.
And that was perfect. Yeah, I mean, because the combo didn't stun, the throw was excellent, right? And he gets the kill because of it. First game, quick one. Goes the Hot Dog.
Yeah. He literally only took the chip from blocking the one hit of the EX Rosenhard. That was it. Other than that, that is a ghetto perfect.
Yeah, I mean, that was rough. Punk put in a bad spot early, took the risk, and that's a dangerous thing to do against Bison. That combo not stunning, perfect. That's exactly what you want if you're Hot Dog in that scenario.
I was just about to say, he didn't really give him anything to whiff punish, but then he swings out the Fierce and manages to get away with it, though. That Fierce from carrying not out quick enough. Wow. Definitely didn't want that. That was not a setup.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it happens. Punish on the tap V skill. So Punk, V-Trigger now. We'll see if he looks for the activation, and yeah. That was probably it, right?
Yeah, that was meant to be the activation. Checked it. Now he's in the corner. Staggered on the blast.
And that was almost one of the weaknesses of Bison that we saw there when he tries to throw a bait with heavy kick and you just jump out of it or neutral jump or something in the corner. But because it was a forward jump, just missed. And this is all Hot Dog so far.
Yeah, you normally see Punk jump back in the corner if you think there's going to be a throw coming.
Right.
Gets so much of that jump back. Oh no, I think that was probably an attempted whiff punish on the Psycho axe.
Yeah, it's just so slow that you can hit a button and get hit by it. Happens a lot, man. Finally, a dash up works for Punk. So far, I feel like this ground game has really been dominated by Hot Dog.
It has.
Dash up.
Not much at all there. Goes for the load. Plus frames again. More plus frames. And it ends it in the blast.
Wow.
He chases down the jump back.
And the dizzy.
The stun.
Oh, all of that. Just one moment. You're like, all right, I got to jump back from half screen from Bison. And Hot Dog chases him down.
And Bison wins.
And this is a real surprising performance here from Hot Dog, who was certainly not the favorite going into this. Punk with a wry smile on his face. See how he can change this around because everything is working out here for Hot Dog. His corner control's excellent. Defense has been good as well. He hasn't really been opened up at all by Karen. I say that, and there is a whiff punish.
Yeah, just off the backdash for Punk. One of the things in this game, you have to be ready off your backdash to commit to whiff punishes and anti-airs. You can't be lazy. Those backdashes can't be for nothing, and we see the early dizzy already.
Punk does get the opening off a whiff punish and then gets the pressure, converts it into damage, backs off. There's the activation. Takes his turn. He was looking for a V reversal. It didn't come.
Yeah, I mean, Punk just choosing to build meter there, a little even greedy with it, right? He was like, all right, let me just do this double whiff, build some extra bar, and Punk looking like himself in that first round.
Yeah. And again, there's another whiff punish. He gets the knockdown, and that's exactly what he's looking for. He needs to get something clipped in the neutral and then start staggering that pressure. Bison doesn't have a lot that you can do to get her off.
That was almost a call out, it looked like on the V reversal with the jump.
Yeah, that was definitely intentional.
Just a little late. V reversal again from Punk to get out of the corner. Counter hit on the light kick, so EX scissors combos. Man, that button is so good. And his placement on the standing heavy punch is really good. Side switch here from Punk.
Great interruption there from Punk. And he does get out of the corner. There's the sweep activation. Fortunately, catches the forward dash.
This is a rough spot. Wow, the jab on
check
Wake
with
Up!
the jab. And you
Wrist
have
is
to
life.
do that with Bison on defense, right? You have
Yeah.
to make a hard read on defense. And so often you'll see that throw whiff, and Bison will just explode from getting whiff punished by Karen. But the horizontal range on that standing light punch from Bison very good.
Oh yeah, and the buffer in EX scissors is great
Safe,
because
and it takes its time.
yeah, suddenly you're in the middle of the screen instead of the corner, and you're +1. So it's like, that's fantastic. A great spot to be, but working on Dizzy. Next hit, stun!
There you go. And that's just how it is in this matchup. You get caught reaching, and look at the red on the screen. He's going to get one more guess.
Yeah, just keep it tight. Oh, and the jump back. Overhead gets thrown.
Stand throws.
This is a bad spot for Punk for sure. Command throw comes out.
He can afford to just block this out. He
Yeah.
has to take the throw.
Ooh, that was
I
probably
like
going
the
to
V
be...
reversal because it gets rid of the bomb charge as well.
Yeah, that was probably going to be like Fierce and a Devil's Reverse, you know, looking for some kind of setup after. Punk just waiting on this lead. Looking for like a standing medium
He
kick.
can actually kill off the right combo here if he gets a decent cycle crusher.
Yeah, spent the bar to get in. I think worth it, of course. V reversal again from Punk.
That's a one touch, that medium kick. Ever a threat in neutral. No, he made the hard read on the command grab, and again it failed.
That was really strong awareness from Punk too, because V-Trigger was just about to run out for Hot Dog. Just a little bit left, backdash, clean stand medium kick. That's always the button you want to close things out with, Karen. Really well played game from Punk there. Despite that strong start from Hot Dog.
Yeah, he got a couple more openings there as he was ready to punish things. The backdash punish, with punishing the stand fierce and neutral. And that's what Karen wants. She needs momentum, and it's going to come from, again, he tries that V-School to punish the max range fierce.
V-reversal from Punk again. We see him spending all that V-gauge on V-reversals, I think, as you mentioned, really good in a matchup like this in particular.
Yeah, she doesn't have the health to gamble on interrupting unless she absolutely has to.
Yeah, it's scary. This is definitely one of those matchups and one of those characters you don't want to swing on. You don't want to slug with or trade with too much. I think you have to find those clean whiff punishes, which, I mean, Karen is more than capable of.
Absolutely.
A scary whiff. Man, we've seen a few of these V-skills from Punk that just seem a little downtown.
Nice. Oh no! Rare drop from Punk. Dash behind that whip. Actually strong. Wasn't followed up, and now he jumps out. Wasn't ready with the air to air. He'd already committed to the dash. Ooh.
Just all day walking up. That was a good challenge from Punk. Saw that he was looking all the way up to try to find that last little hit. V-reversal again.
And he's out of there. Chases him down, but he's gone.
Oh, gets the back throw.
Catches him low.
Oh, missed
No.
it. Man, a lot of drops here from Punk. Oh, and the jab was perfect. Yeah, Hot Dog sitting on the lead, knew that he didn't need to commit to much.
Yeah, he stopped throwing out those windy fierces and psycho axes, and he was literally just looking for any forward momentum. Punk was looking for a dash up low forward a number of times. He hit it once there for that opening. He's already in the corner off that one counter hit jab.
Yeah, bad spot to be already. Has bar for a reversal, but V-reversal much safer. Gets Punk out of there. Dash up, nothing.
No conversion.
Yeah, it's extremely rare for Punk. Again, just this life chipping away. Hot Dog building on a big lead right now.
Yeah, looking to close it out. The neutral jump's punished by the clutch and light back throw. Activation, okay.
The backdash in the
my
corner.
word!
Not
Not enough.
The
Oh, and he
wake up.
risks it all.
Already trying to log out, desync the controller. He's out of there. Hot Dog with a clean 3-1 over Punk to move into the winners final.
Yeah, really solid stuff there from Hot Dog. He didn't really let himself get put in a lot of situations when it was massively risky for him. We saw him get opened up with a throw bait, I think once in the corner.
Yeah, I think that's about it. And the other time that he didn't
In Street Fighter 5 before. The last one that I could find was Capcom Cup 2017, which was 3-1 problem. But of course, it's a whole different ball game now in terms of, of course, character choices. Strider has
Yeah.
picked up G, and he's loving the character.
I think it's the perfect kind of character for him too, right? Which is like he has the far buffer normals into like death, which is something that Strider really liked, and it's something he was good at in Street Fighter 4 in this game as well. And also has the really far command throw range and that threat. And the one thing he's good at is not command throwing you. Just like sitting there and being like, oh, you think I'm going to do it. You jump out of it and he V-skills you or crouching heavy punches you.
He's one of the few characters that has the same reward from you trying to escape.
Yes.
As you do from taking the grab, kind of reminiscent of Abigail last season.
Yeah.
He has a very different style to do, as we saw. He plays a lot more grounded. He's all about whiff punishing, playing the neutral, wants to play a buttonsy style, and then maybe try and rob you.
Yeah.
Gets active.
And it's a great game to play with G because he has these half-screen buffered lights, you know, that are like super good. You already see.
Crashing medium punch is one that he throws out a lot.
That move is fantastic. Such a good medium to have.
And of course, the stand fierce, the chop.
Yeah, they're also good. His fireball is also excellent. He has a really good fireball and
especially the level 2 fireball.
Yeah.
Really easy to get that one level up. It definitely changes the projectile game. But Bison has that V skill. Should he use it? He's probably not going to though. Go for more a normal space. There we go. Gets the crush counter backdash.
Yeah.
And levels up.
Take the level without the back fierce first or anything, right? Because of the combo. Wow, challenge. And the one thing about Strider is, you know, this character G, he has a 4-frame jab. I feel like Strider's is 2 frames. Like, just the way he challenges with it is so good. Double dash up for Problem X. Working on Dizzy already. Yeah, V reversal. One of the few characters I think you'll see V reversal against, right? Just because you don't want to be stuck on defense against this character.
I think Gustavo had a bit of a problem with trying to retain V trigger previously, but he's made adjustments and started V reversing a lot more. Didn't help him out there though.
Yeah, I think it helps that G has 2 ways to win generally, right? Which is levels or V-trigger. He doesn't need both to win a round.
Yeah, you mentioned yesterday when we were commentating that he's a character that gets to be in V-trigger when he's not even in V-trigger.
Yeah.
He's in level 3. There's the level up and the meaty medium. He's going to get the stun. He does cash out.
He has 0 V-gauge and he's currently in V-trigger, right? Like, that's just how the character works.
He hasn't spent a single EX bar for that combo. That's crazy.
Empty, low, and look at this, clean as ever. Strider with the perfect.
These combos just went on forever.
Yeah. V-trigger G, man.
And there he is sitting on a full CA.
It's good. And that's the thing is he gets to choose, too. He's a character that has that choice. Do I want to take levels? Do I want to take pressure?
Or do I want to take extra EX bar?
Exactly.
Well, he can do whatever he likes.
Characters that reward that kind of choice are really, you know, that utility is very rare and it's very
they're really
fun.
interesting dynamics. Yeah, really good archetypes. I enjoy it.
You gotta be smart. That jump
splash.
out. Any character that has a jump splash is dangerous out of the corner.
Yeah, we saw Fudo using the jump medium yesterday a lot, and that was very reminiscent of that.
One more for stun. Command throw or not, it's the guess. But he gets out of there. Head stomp.
Problem activates off the target, and there you see him challenge.
It's only +1.
Problem X does like to steal frames when he's +1.
Ooh, smash out of there. It still got him out of the way, so I don't think
that's a good answer, yeah.
Yeah, you either fly away and hit him somehow, or you just get away from the situation. See Strider challenging again in the buffer.
Light kick buffer, and he was ready with the CA. We mentioned the other buttons, the crouching light, the crouching medium, the stand fierce. That standing light kick, though. Great range.
It's fantastic. You just stick that button out there, and the reward for it is humongous. And it's really hard to like stop something like that. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh well, he whiffed a light kick. Let me whiff punish it.
There's pretty much no risk because you can do it from so far away that it will just click the recovery of a normal, and the special cancel will always reach. It's very, very rare that you're going to be able to be able to catch the recovery of a button and not be in range for that smash up.
Yeah, and if you have EX gauge, it's over. Level up. So he's got that powered up fireball. One thing that's good about Strider is when he has powered up fireball, he doesn't throw it that much. He's willing to wait. Air flip out worked out for Problem X.
Problem X activates that. Is super plus. No juggle afterwards.
Lets him fall and goes for the pressure. This is a bad spot for G. We'll see how Strider can handle it.
Using that back fist a lot to try and control that space as soon as Problem pushes himself out, but there's a Psycho Crusher and he gets back in. That's plus again. Problem stealing frames once more, and he backs off. Where
even
with
try
that activation?
Smash.
There it is.
This is very, very scary. He's gonna get the low smash.
Thank you for a ride. One more G-spin kick. There's the safe jump. Oh!
And you have to guess so many things there, and even the regular throw is a scary one. Problem tries the tech, gets blown up for it.
Strider finishing off with his favorite special move. He loves that little
Snap.
the little snap at the end. Great animation.
Oh, the
And again,
splash.
the splash catches the recovery.
And it puts him in the corner, which is such a bad spot for Problem. Early gets hit again. Gonna take some meter. And almost on Dizzy, which is a scary spot to be.
Oh, wow, that just beat the Crouching Light clean as a whistle.
Leveled up. Bad spot again. One guess for the game. Back throw to the corner. This is a scary spot.
Activate. There we go. No.
Command throws the V reversal. This is a scary spot to be. Bomb's gonna go off soon, but the V reversal.
The V reversal works out as well. Blows up the charge, but he's back again in that purple stuff.
Chip is a big scary problem.
No problem.
Yeah, not much you can do now. Chip is a huge issue, and this character is
Looks like
critical
that
art.
EX, I suppose. Oh, that was it.
An anti-air was ready. Yes, Strider knew, like, okay, Problem's going to try to avoid Chip. He's going to go to the air some way, somehow.
Yeah.
I think that was a smart choice because regular jump obviously is easy to deal with, but still, Strider was prepared for it, and he goes up 2-0.
Yeah, jump forward would have just got him away from that smash under into the CA chip out.
Yeah.
Gustavo just sat there, waited.
Went for the Devil's Reverse. You know, it's an interesting idea. It's better than probably a regular jump, but he still waited out. Very patient. Really well played so far from Strider. It's like a good understanding of what his opponent wants to do, which you need in a matchup like this where a lot of times you kind of just have to sit and wait. But you can see the way that G just like controls the ground with his fireball, with his fantastic buffers. There it is, yeah. Didn't get, you know, go for the crouching jab or something. Crouching heavy punch,
Oh,
good
wow.
choice.
Catches the start with the fireball, finally.
Front throw now, working on Dizzy.
No V reversal yet, though, from Strider. He needs to.
He's got V-trigger. Looking for an activation point. That's one of those moments, too, where the throw gets baited, but I feel like every other round, Strider's been holding up forward there. And that's like the first time he stayed on the ground. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to tech.
He made a conscious choice there not to V reversal, try and interrupt there in the corner. He retained. He's got such a lead at 2-0 up. He can start making those kind of hard guesses, those stubborn guesses on defense. There we go.
Could have just done the EX smash.
Full ting.
There it
Fierce
is.
again.
It's good adjustment.
Fierce into the blast. +1. Stealing frames again, and Gustavo making the hard read with the crouching light punch. As I said, feels like 2 frames.
He's got a 2-frame crouching line punch, I'm telling you.
Shades of, what was that? Boxer in Street Fighter 4.
Cheating character. Oh, jumps it. This is a great spot now. Oh, missed the V skill. Didn't walk quite far enough.
Next wakes up buttons. Dash up. He wasn't ready.
Yeah, no check. Catches him
Catches
standing.
him there. Where are you going?
Counter hit combo for the stun. That's the game for Problem X. And I think he made a few important adjustments. One of the big one is, you know, he knows Strider's going to hold up out of the corner, right? It's something we saw a few times. Jump splash is hard to deal with. You know, it's a really good option to go to. And he just sat there and anti-aired those a few times. And Strider, he wasn't going to commit to the V reversal, so ended up getting kind of mauled on defense a bit.
Started identifying as well that Strider was interrupting
Yes.
when he believed the Problem X was going to start stealing frames and trying to retain frame advantage so that he could take more turns. Started to, oh, neutral
Beautiful.
jumps. Come on, grab. Gets the corner carry. All a block string into the corner. No. Oh, and everything's going right for Problem X on offense. One more for the stun. He jumps out. Standing light punch in answer to that splash.
Yeah, beats it. He just waited on the ground after the throw and was ready. Again, throw in the corner. Not enough to kill. EX blast. And this is a long way, but it is G. Oh, boy, that 2-framer. Swinging with it. He's got V-trigger now.
There's the activation.
Uh-oh. Command throw for the start.
And this is a guess for stun situation, which would be guess for game.
Yeah, one more for the stun. Maybe a regular throw is probably the safest. Goes for the empty low. Activates, and command throws him right back.
Damn!
That's a big risk, but Problem X was willing to go for it.
Crouching medium punch, great horizontal range.
Yeah,
With
both
punishment,
characters.
Stand fierce.
Oh, didn't get the combo. I don't know what Strider tried. Maybe just didn't get the cancel.
Yeah, he had the smash over come out a couple of times yesterday as well.
Walks into an EX scissor and Problem.
Corner. Takes his turn. Keeps it closed. That standing medium kick, such a great tool to stop jump outs.
Man, just stuffing over and over and over. What are you even going to do? Try to anti-air. That's the stun. That's the game for Problem X.
What a turnaround here. Problem X shutting the door in terms of these interruptions from Strider. He's just changing up his offensive timing and patterns, and it's paying off for him. I like him going for the true strings. I like him going for the lights rather than trying to steal those double psycho axes.
Yeah.
Those psycho axes into the knees, those big frame gaps that can be interrupted so effectively by G.
The big problem, yeah, is that G is like the best character, or one of the best characters in the game when he swings out of your frame traps or whatever, right? If you try to do something and you leave too big of a gap, his reward is some of the highest in the game, so you have to be very careful about those moments.
Gustavo's super ready for the jump-ins, but he's been caught counting it a couple of times by Bison dash-up light punch.
Yeah.
Problem X noticing that as well.
Important. If they're looking at the air, you can get in on the ground. That's something that you have to do.
I mean, Bison's got a slow dash as well. It's 21 frames, I think.
Far jump, cancel into the fireball. The jump back, I think that was a read on the slide the first time from Strider. Stays on the ground this time instead of air contesting that EX orb. The jump! We've seen that a lot more from Strider in this round. Way more jumps. Doesn't go for command throw in the challenge from Problem X.
No V reversal that time.
Yeah, catch him trying to jump.
Exactly, keeps him there. Activation.
Psycho Crusher
is
pulls
a
him
good
out.
answer. Tries to chase him down.
He has down charge. Have to respect the stomp or anything. Yes, right here. Breaks the throw. Anti-aired the trade, though. Still alive. Spends out that V-trigger.
Oh,
and
the scissors comes out and clips the start up for Problem X, who's brought it back from 2-0 down. And now it is set point.
all the way. The adjustment is so good already. You can tell that he really just has a rhythm now on when Strider wants to challenge.
And again, that crouching medium punch stuffs. He's in the corner.
Again, he keeps reading that there's going to be some kind of gap there that Problem X is going to leave.
The door is shut.
And he's ready for the jump splash by walking back that time too. The dash up!
Again, the counter hit, and he gets the stun. He hasn't got bar, but this is going to hurt a lot. Scissors, back throw will kill.
Needs an activation point bad.
And he's got it. And he's got a lot of bar as well. Thankfully, the stun is not too bad, so he might have to catch him more than once.
Yeah, that's going to be very close.
Now it's a guess for game situation.
One more. He's
The
out
Devil's
of there.
reverse.
Activates again, and he went for it. The command throw.
The command grab after the activation immediately. That's the second time in a row it's worked. And the offensive reads from Problem X making the adjustments, and that's the beauty of these 3 out of 5 sets, right?
Yeah.
You can start seeing how these players are adapting their strategy at this high level.
Yeah, and those 2 games, you can tell that Strider was completely in control. After that, Problem X made those clean adjustments, and you can just see them add up. It was like one adjustment here, one adjustment there, and then suddenly the game plan was completely different by the end of the set. Really impressive stuff. Sends Strider down into loser's bracket.
So
You kind of have to in this version, especially if you're not going to dominate at the few events that you go to. It's very hard, I think, to get points at just a few, right? You have to be someone who is getting championships at the events you travel to if you want to qualify easy peasy on the CP.
and that's even a premier event, right? Because
Yeah.
you can win a couple of rankings. And still, not even better. Here we go. We are ready now. Sako opening up with a jump in.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those matchups where I think you kind of have to do that with Minai. The longer you just kind of give G space, I think the scarier it is as G is now fully leveled up. That's super powerful fireball, and Minai has to find a knockdown to get rid of those, so it's going to be... Well, there's one, the
There
sweep.
you go.
Yeah, like even an anti-air won't do it. That crouching heavy punch is not an anti-air you want when you want to remove the levels. You have to do something like EX Soul Throw.
EX throw, yeah. And he's still got that powered up level 2 projectile, which is good enough. One of the things that I'm most impressed by about Sako is his defense.
Yeah, but unfortunately against a character like this, see how his defense, you know, holds out for him. Not an easy character to guess well
There's
against.
no,
the
there's no
defense.
active, yeah, exactly. There's no active choices when it's straight to.
Yeah. Look at this, V-Trigger already active. You're going to see another smash in soon into a fireball or a V-skill or something. Air V-skill. Reversal out. Gets the standing medium punch. And this is one of those matchups where you can't count him out yet.
Clean, there's the
Yep.
command grab. He's going to go to the corner.
Already the EX low smash after. One more guess. Oh, he got air flipped out and the back throw works out for Sako. One guess away from that round going bad after Sako making, you know, 5, 6, 7 right decisions. EX smash, good try.
Range on that low forward, doesn't get anything off of it, but it's just good for control. Again, that jump in working nicely.
Yeah, you see quite a few of those jumps. And not a lot of like smashes on the ground. NuckleDu likes, yeah, well there's one. He likes to throw out the raw smash just to check if people are going to, you know, be blocking and then kind of steal and level up off of it.
Yeah, kind of using it akin to Birdie EX ball.
For sure.
Just throw it out just to see if they're autopiloting in neutral.
Oh, that was a good combo. Still has some more to the setup.
Nice block. One orb left.
The front throw. He still has one of the important orbs on the ground so he can get pressure. Not quite on that V-trigger
Backs
yet.
off, whiffs the drill, but already commit to the forward dash. Was able to punish him for it.
Heavy kick.
Activates off the heavy kick.
Caught him meaty.
Catches him. Counter hit as well.
Yeah. That's one of those moments too where like if you're Sako, you don't know, right? Is he gonna try some slow command throw that you can like stick out a button on or you backdash maybe, but
Yeah, he likes interrupting that light kick a lot.
beautiful.
It's pretty much all she can interrupt.
That was a really good whip punish from NuckleDu on the smash, the command
The
throw.
early scoop, and now the reads are starting to come in for Do.
Good challenge knowing that heavy punch is gonna come out. And removes the level as well. Ooh, no EX upper that time, but that's one of those ranges you have to be very careful about. Those fear. Every time I see a heavy punch whiff, I'm scared for Sako's life. Holding the hat. Yeah, and blocking those heavy punches is great because NuckleDu's almost on V-trigger, but
Managed to keep that level up, and now anything can happen.
yeah. This is a one-guess situation. The command throw comes out.
My days.
B-skill, and that's gonna wrap it up. The scariest part about this matchup. You're playing this slow, steady game, and then all of a sudden, it's just lights, camera, action. You get hit by one thing into the corner, you're like, well, I'm gonna be, oh.
No, you are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, great reads on the command grabs as well. He's definitely got Sako's defensive rhythms down pat.
Yeah, and we saw him hit with like 3 or 4 medium punches as well, which means, you know, Sako was trying to get away from the command throw. That's just a sign that, like, if the medium punches are hitting and the command throws are landing, it just means you're right both times.
Weird counter. I don't know if he tried to crouch fist that and knock it out in time.
Yeah, very late. Wow, that was
Covers
super
the back of his
preemptive.
head, so.
Yeah, it's an absurd jump in. All right, bad spot for Sako. Punish? No, wrong smash. Maybe he thought he had EX. He was pretty close. And now you got to watch the smash and activate.
Oh my god, to the corner we go.
One more gap. He's got
Gonna
critical
be the
art.
grab.
Oh, the sneaky setup. Whiffs the fireball. That'll do it. That was one of those, like, okay, at least I blocked. Oh.
You're sitting there thinking, is he going to go for the medium punch for the grab, which he has been cycling through pretty much the last 3 rounds.
And the whip punish again from NuckleDu on that heavy punch. He makes it feel like a liability for her to just hit one of her best buttons, which is a really scary feeling in a matchup like this. The wheel kick out. I wonder if NuckleDu was expecting. Oh man, beats the anti-air. He's maybe expecting the recall there. Yeah, powered up fireball, extra chip. Punish here. No knockdown though. And the V reversal as well, so NuckleDu feeling pretty okay about this V trigger so far. Overhead hits.
The overhead hits, he gets the conversion and power down as well.
That was bait there on maybe a throw or a V reversal. NuckleDu didn't fall for it. Wow, that hit! That was like G's own medicine. Crouching heavy punch hitting behind her head.
V-skill, there's the activation. What's it going to be? Stay there.
Yeah, and that anti-air V skill built him this V trigger, which he has now, which is really important. Try to hit out that jab. V skill nullifies the recall.
He's not trying to reach out after that. Check.
On the overhead.
Blocks. No significant punish. One more touch will do it for either.
For the fireball, the wheel kick comes out. And he blocks
Oh
up!
my word! Inches forward 3 times. And the raw throw.
He walked so far, right up to G. The only, like one of the characters that sticks out light buffers all day. Walked all the way up and just threw him.
Nice conversion from the cross counter Fierce. Good screen carry. Gets the level up as well.
Jumping gets anti-aired, but again, no knockdown until right there, so didn't lose the level. Finally lost this one. See backdashing. NuckleDude trying to wait outside the range of that standing heavy punch to look for the EX smash. Nullifies it and gets the level with no punish.
Lovely.
It's the best of both worlds.
He's making hard reads on Sacco's zoning, whether it's going to be the orb release, whether it's going to be the stand fears.
Yeah, man. Ate a lot of damage there, going for that double low smash. And then
Right now, his reads are not paying off for him. He has a significant life deficit, but that's... Oh!
yeah, the recall into the double jab orb toss. And
Activation. Lovely.
yeah, NuckleDude just got a little antsy. Like, there was 3 or 4 low smashes thrown out, and Sacco just kind of waited for him. Let him take all those risks and just add up on all the little damage.
Yeah, he was making a lot of hard reads on trying to traverse that neutral, right? It was spin flip kicks, hoping that there was going to be a projectile coming out. It was jump ins, hoping that you were going to go for a stand fierce with the orb. At that time, didn't pay off for him, but as you've seen, he only needs to be right once.
Yeah, that's the
And
kind
then
of
the
matchup it is.
Oh, wow, that just completely whipped the anti-air.
Goes low. That time heavy punch. It's one of those things too. Is it going to be walk up heavy punch or walk up command throw, or who knows, right? It's the scary part about this matchup.
That was definitely him versus Punk. That was the mix-up.
And in the corner, knockdown, takes the setup. Oh, that'll be a cancel.
Oh, the wrong one.
Yeah, should have been EX. Gonna take the setup here.
Kill off that as well.
Yep. EX orb toss. That's a combo.
Oh my word, the conversion!
Not quite stunned, but close.
Oh, the bait! And Sacco with a huge comeback.
And the triple heavy kick combo, using that air orb to get the extra heavy kick after, before the recall or anything else. Sacco always has to be a little fancy. It's never just do the simple stuff to kill. He's killing. Oh, no buttons after. NuckleDude was already committed to the jump. This is one of those matchups too where, you know, we talk about how good G is at just getting in and getting that one chance. We haven't really seen it that much in the last game and a half.
Yeah, he's been right on defense and Dude's been wrong. I'm gonna say that. Counter hits the anti-air option.
Yeah, the jump splash. Man, loses that time.
It's so low. Anti-air like at her waist.
Dashes up, gets the counter hit combo, but
Air. Oh, the scoop!
yeah, just gonna spend the bar to get the kill. Yeah, I think totally worth it. I mean, in one of those situations, you don't want to mess around, get some combo, give, you know, Sacco a chance to wake up with like a 3-framer into V-trigger.
We saw Sacco make that big comeback that ran before. Not worth it, just cash out.
So no meter?
It's not like G doesn't build meter super quickly anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't need to spend it that much unless he's using the EX smashes for, you know, whip punishes and stuff. Nice block on that falling mix-up into the overhead.
Let's respect the orb. Yeah, nice.
A lot of
The
damage.
bar from the knockdown as well. Another time, and the stun is there.
Yeah, it won't be the kill off of this, so just sets up the orb, gets the recall, the throw afterwards, and that'll do it. Sacco, super clean, 2 quick games.
Minot wins.
And you can tell he really like knows how to mitigate the times where those one chance potential options even come out. Whether it's avoiding the smashes into, you know, V-trigger situations or whatever, or just like not putting himself in a space where the jump splash is now hitting cross up as much.
I feel like he's just changed the spacing because Dude was mad comfortable just waiting outside that fierce range and reacting to it with the EX smash. Now it's like he just is changing the spacing up and he's forcing Dude to make hard reads to get in. Jump ins, spin kicks, and they're not paying off for him. And when you're playing against Sacco, he is able to capitalize and convert that into the most damage possible. It's not like you know, you're playing online and 2 jabs and he's knocked down and that's it. Unoptimal V-trigger combo. He's really making the most of it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter like what the situation is, it's gonna hurt. It's a useful skill. Yeah, useful skill to have to maximize on this character. It's not easy. You have to know like what orbs you have in each situation, what kind of meter you have. Whether you have grounded orbs or the light orbs, the top 2 that you usually use from the air. Like you have to know that kind of stuff when you're looking at the combo routes possible in each moment. Raw low smash. Maybe something that Dude is going to throw a little bit more of now. Those raw smashes out from far away to see if he can catch Sacco. There's an anti-air. The regular throw too, very safe.
That wasn't though, and he gets that again. You see, look at that conversion, a good 15% damage.
Sweep gets swept, and now NuckleDu lost a lot of life. Empty jump that time, gets away from the anti-air, didn't have a punish on landing or anything. Reversal out punish.
Nice punish as well.
Yeah, that was a big one. Heavy punch starter, gotta guess, just goes low. And V-Trigger available for NuckleDu now.
Stand outside that range, there's the activation.
I like that he waited too until that moment to activate. Didn't go for anything obvious.
That little walk back. Oh, that was lovely.
Holds it out with the soul throw. Uh-oh, there's got to be something off this. In the front, doesn't get the combo, but goes low, slide. Oh my, there was a plan behind the plan. It was slide up orb and then release the other back orb while the neutral jump came out to beat the throw. Wow, walk up throw afterwards. Sokko's like, you know, it'd be great if I just had another throw.
And again. That walk-up throw is a call-out as well. After opening up the round with a smash under.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that again.
Anti-air again. Sokko just waiting, letting NuckleDu commit to something.
Sokko's really good at having the orb out as well. It means that he's getting the big punishes whenever he makes the right checks.
Ooh, I like that idea with using the dive kick to maybe not get anti-aired by crushing heavy punch or something. So V-Trigger for NuckleDu now, but it's kind of dwindling away. Oh no, missed the punish.
And he's going to end up in the corner. And he's got full CA.
Yeah.
V-Trigger run out.
Command throw kill,
Catches
strike
him.
will kill.
And that is dead.
Yeah, same situation we saw last time though, where NuckleDu spends critical art and then has another round with no meter after. We'll see if that's a problem, not having access to the smash. Is it a round start smash again? That's the question. Just the jab fake. That was
Set
definitely.
one here for Sacco, looking to advance NuckleDu final his life in the tournament. This is his losing bracket.
Gets the level and no punish too. That's big. Full screen level, better fireball. Wow, far jump.
No, wasn't far enough though.
Didn't get a punish either. Either of them actually. A level again. Loses it this time because of the knockdown though. And there they both go. That was a punish, but I don't think Du realized that it was the orb heavy kick and not the orbless. Different frame advantage on both. Jump in again.
Oh my word, the walk up stagger pressure because it's been the bar. Be wary, yes, there it is, the V-Trigger activation. Catches him, but no, drops the combo.
Yeah, had the V-Trigger to save himself, but that's a big one. That would have been corner position. All right, low smash.
Position now, he's still got a bit of V-Trigger left.
Oh, stuffs the soul throw that time.
That's it. Saves tournament point.
It's at 2 apiece now, and yeah, it was that same situation where maybe Sokko thought, oh, I could get away with this. Wake up soul throw again to beat that moment.
That one was the true safe jump.
Dunked right on top of the head, stuffed it.
Yeah, the time it worked before, that was certainly not a legit safe jump situation. He anti-aired him from way up on the screen.
Yeah, he's floating up there.
Stuffed it clean. Hit her like chest height. I wasn't even on the top of her. Nice and deep. Dude, still in it. 2-2. Final game.
Sweep doesn't reach, and we've seen that happen a few times. Missed the heavy kick. A little late it looked like, and NuckleDu gets the throw. Level as well. That's a big level to get. Yeah, they're so useful to have in neutral. Just the fact that they hit you from like way even farther than the fireball lands is very good. Try to anti-air, but that's a punish still.
Punishable.
Jump in again, and NuckleDu in a fantastic spot. Takes the meter. Oh, missed the meaty though.
Something massive. It's gonna be. I like the V reversal.
Sokko is still 3 orbs. Use that one to get in.
Got the low to get some pressure still.
The dash up combo as well. A lot of meter for Sokko. Does not spend it. Wants to use it on the next hit. The V reversal again. So NuckleDu spend all that meter. Just needs one little jab or tap to kill.
Sokko now able to get the kill if he lands something into CA.
Not quite close enough to combo though. Chipping down overhead. Important block.
Safe. That was nicely spaced.
Chip out is scary now, but he has V reversal available. Yep.
And now he can chip out, and there's nothing she can do.
Oh, she's pretty far away. Oh, still tried to backdash and then jump after, and that is one of
she could have jumped forward,
like maybe drilled or something.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest critical arts to avoid chip on.
It's a projectile and a physical attack as well, which makes it really hard.
Why not be both? You can't use one, you know, invincible move to get through. Very, very good. Walk down already. NuckleDu spent the meter in the last round, so doesn't have the smash for something like that heavy punch with. There it is, has it now.
We haven't seen that in a while. So good for him. Gets in the opening. And then not just allows him to start.
Yeah, look at that punish jab.
That's -4.
Yeah, it's nothing. He'll take the jab every time. And the level. One thing we haven't seen NuckleDu do so far, I think Sako has done a good job of cutting off those spots. Alright, we'll see. Knockdown. Yeah, that's a fake. Is it going to be instant overhead low? And it goes for the throw. Throws the V reversal. He's seen that way too many times.
2 orbs left.
One orb now. Orb release on defense. V reversal from NuckleDu. Goes for the smash. You don't have V trigger.
What?
The jump in.
-6, no punish.
Jumps back. No snipe from Sako.
Yeah, he needs to be careful whiffing those stand fierces, Sako, as well.
Yeah, he can die now from one badly spaced one. That was a scary toss. Orb's coming back.
Oh, is he going to walk up throw again?
He's done it so many times. Oh! You can't walk that far against G. 10 seconds. The smash! Interrupted!
The EX as well.
Final game, final round between these two. 1 meter for NuckleDu here for the whiff punish, and Sako's got to be very careful where he places stuff here. And snapping out that heavy kick so much, and yeah, we see it again that time.
It's there. Oh,
late.
Just too late.
But yeah, pretty hard to punish with anything big. Oh, smash. Goes low. This is huge. The level up for NuckleDu. Goes for the command throw.
Right, gets the level 2 command grab combo in the corner. One more for the stun. The interruption pays off though from Sako again. The big jump in.
It's a jump, no combo. But working on stun already. Throws that orb to look for a jump back. V reversal again. Slide. Gets the combo off it. Missed.
Oh, and he drops.
Orb's coming in. The snipe from Sako. The smash gets stuffed. There's no V trigger for NuckleDu either, and no bar. V reversal again.
He's giving up.
Gotta watch the jump.
Oh, where are you going? He's gonna get the low.
Not enough to kill. Walks back. Sako
And the
gets
big
sniped.
boots.
All the way back for NuckleDu, who takes it with the standing medium kick over Sako and sends him out of the tournament in 7th place.
What a great set that was. Incredible composure from both players. Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was a grind until the very end, too. Every little bit of life mattered so much in a matchup like that. And really forced NuckleDu off of a lot of resources, right? Especially stuff like the V reversals happening over and over and over.
I liked when he knew that, okay, I've got 2 bars. I haven't realistically got enough health and enough options, enough situations where I can use V skill to build this one.
Right.
I'm just going to use this bar to get here 2-1, and I can't find any record of him playing against Nemo in a top 8 previously in Street Fighter 5. They did play at Combo Breaker, and it was Nash versus Urian. So I've not seen this between these two, but we've definitely got some data to go by with Bonchan against Ryusei.
Yeah, I mean, this is a matchup that we've seen Bonchan play, it gets crushed early, play a few times already with this character, right? Instead of playing against Karen versus Urian, which is interesting. I think,
Damn!
that's a big jump early to the corner. V reversal, excellent choice, and you're going to see a lot of these fireballs come out, although Nemo, he's not easy to read with jumps or dashes or anything, so I think he's hard to play a fireball game against.
Nemo started this round out amazingly, immediately with the sweep to stop that Tiger Shot coming out, and he got the crush counter. Then he threw the 1 metallic sphere and immediately jumped.
Yes.
Because he knew that Bonchan was waiting for his turn to start this projectile game, because that's how Sagat is going to frustrate Urian, keep these Tiger Shots. He's going to use the high Tiger Shot to try and get frame advantage. That early jump roundhouse is great though. As soon as he gets frame advantage in the projectile war, he can either go back to the lows or he can do that early jump roundhouse.
Yeah, and the V skill is important in this matchup as well, so you get the extra damage on stuff. But that early jump, as you mentioned, very good against Urian in particular, that high jump heavy kick. something we see quite a lot. This is one of those matchups where Sagat can kind of play the fireball game he normally wants to play. Big crush. And anytime he gets like an EX fireball or a knockdown or something, he's going to take the V skill. Like right here, you can knock him back, V skill from full screen. And that trade, I think he'd rather have his V skill. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge anti-air. He's willing to give Urian armor, you know, for whatever reason and take that damage. And you can see why. Bonchan sticking out crouching medium punch, that's buffered into the knee.
One of the things that Urian can't do in this matchup is block and walk forward. He will not gain any ground if he blocks the Tiger Shots and tries to walk in. He's going to need to neutral jump.
Oh!
Again, shades of yesterday against 801 Strider.
Mix up, fake cross up or go behind here. Goes behind. Bonchan was looking for him to stay in the front.
Didn't even need to spend the bar. Normal chariot tackle closes it out.
Yeah, that's a rough guess. It's straight up, left, right, and I mean, Bonchan no meter or anything, so tough spot to beat.
Immediately dashes forward and wants to check again. Nice.
An uppercut, yeah. Oh,
making
big
hard
punish.
reads.
Double forward heavy kick. Takes the knee for the knockdown, and look at this. You back roll, and look at all that space Bonchan has to now throw Tiger Shots.
And he's scarred up as well, so the risk of the jump in.
It's a lot of damage. And this is where it's a little scary for Bonchan to throw those Tiger Shots this range. You can tell Nemo has scared. Look at the damage on that. And it hurts from so far away. Doesn't try any car uppercuts or anything off the knee drop.
I love the use of that. Oh, that's exactly what he was trying to stop with that light kick, and it worked before, but just too early. The Coral Punch clipped him.
Missed the forward medium punch into the left right.
Yeah, he's going to V-reversal that every time if he can.
Yeah, the mirror's out, but not for much longer. And now, I mean, I was just going to say, just about Bonchan doing standing light kick, standing medium kick, these safe kind of like mid-range buttons to check against Urian and prevent him from approaching very easily. Really well done. And I mean, this is, you know, I think a good example of how the matchup normally goes. Sagat can control mid-range with those Tiger Shots and stuff very well. And it's about Nemo trying to create a one-chance scenario.
Yeah, he needs to take risks to get in. There's not a solid way to get around this projectile game. It's going to be either knee drop, a jump in, it's going to be a dash.
Raw knee.
It's really hard for him to get into a range where he can interrupt the start of a Tiger Shot as well with that fierce, or with even Coral Punch.
Yeah, it's not easy. And you need charge for something like that, right? The charge heavy punch. You need the charge to really land a tackle to make Sagat scared of anything. And you see back roll that time, so Bonchan gets all that space after the knockdown.
Just to block the Tiger Shot afterwards.
Yeah, the dash up, the Tiger Cannon after. That's a lot of damage. Double shorten. Goes for the crouching combo.
CA, is that going to be enough? It probably is.
Yeah, it should be.
Just.
That's one of the things that you have to see in moments like that. I think a lot
Last hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of times you're like, okay, do I have to like go for a reset here? Do I have enough meter? Like, what should I choose to do? Nemo scouted it.
He's been using his character long enough.
Good challenge. Saw the walk up from Bonchan after the standing medium punch. And you see that right after moments like that where you get reset close up, you see Bonchan afraid to always go for stuff like the immediate Tiger Shot because he knows Nemo could jump.
No,
Missed
that was
it.
too late.
Yeah.
Didn't have the frame advantage he thought he did.
Meaty afterwards too, and that's the Dizzy. A clean game for Nemo. The meaty jab right there is so good to you. Super plus, if they block it, you can set up a throw, or you can get a combo after. Very, very good. And Nemo recognized the hit confirmed after.
Straight into medium, right?
Yeah, maybe Bonchan shouldn't have done so much warm-up on the next characters and maybe done a bit more for Urian, but so far one apiece. Similar to what we saw yesterday against Ryusei, to be honest. Same kind of game plan for both characters. It's not like Nemo's bringing something new to the table, I think.
I feel like Nemo is certainly a lot less predictable in terms of when, and that sweep is definitely something I didn't see Ryusei using. That sweep's a big risk, but the payoff is good. He gets the knockdown.
Ooh, no
and
cancel.
the meter game as well. The V-gauge game is good.
Yeah, Urian will always take an early mirror, I think. He's not going to be building 2 mirrors around usually or anything,
No.
but could you imagine?
I'm sure Nemo's imagining.
Walk up. I'm surprised there was no uppercut through that actually from Bonchan. That's something that I was expecting, maybe the EX uppercut through the sphere. Snap kick, he's been using that quite a bit.
Yeah, he's looking for tools that are just going to dissuade Bonchan from getting comfortable from throwing projectiles at that
Anti-air.
range. You cannot jump at Urian when he's got that V-gauge full up. What side's it going to be? The crouch medium
But
switches.
missed
He went
it.
for a reset.
That was so sick. What? Full meter though for Nemo. It makes him really, really dangerous. He has the cannon available still off of a button. Oh, the knee drop.
reaction.
EX Spear connects.
I like the use of the EX Sphere as well.
Really good in that moment. Fast option, quick, covers like a backdash or something from Bonchan.
And it allows him, if he makes the right read and Bonchan just throws out the single Tiger shot, it allows him to advance behind it as well. Ready with a knee drop, anti-air.
This
no
is looking
power
like
that time.
It's looking like one of those rounds where you just get eaten up by 2 car uppercuts, push to the corner early, but Nemo did a good job surviving. Neutral jump, no cancel.
Got counter hit by 2 mediums. Catch medium, 0 on block, but counter hit by the second one. Walk up, Batista bomb.
The dash
Still
up
no
after.
V trigger.
Yeah, close though. Tiger shot on
Oh,
the
it's
check.
there. He catches him with the low. We saw him practicing this combo.
50-50, left rider.
No, he doesn't care.
Never heard of it on the left right. Oh, dash up from Nemo. EX.
Yeah, I like that EX Metallic Sphere at that range.
The combo. Oh, he was too far
for the quarrel. Oh, and the juggle was sick.
Man, he was so... He had like the perfect idea of the Nemo, but he was just a little too far and Bonchan knew it.
Yeah, this EX Metallic Sphere charged up from full screen is basically proving to be kind of like a bootleg EX Psycho Blast.
Yeah.
It's just able to walk behind it, advance behind it.
Big crush with that heavy kick. He's been using that a lot. Very good against a lot of Urian's buttons. Urian wants to walk back and do standing medium punch. Standing button, very susceptible to getting blown up by that heavy kick. Counter hit combo. Backdash again. Bonchan loves backdash on wake up.
Again, he said, that roundhouse.
Very useful.
countering.
EX tackle. Check here from Bonchan. He has V-trigger as well. Activates it off the raw shot. That's a lot of damage. And a lot of corner carry. It makes his standing medium kick and his other far buttons very scary. EX Sphere. Walks back the challenge! Not enough to kill. The charge, he tried to use it to blow through the multiple hits. Walks back, light kick, snaps it out, and Bonchan goes up 2-1.
Dry size 22 heal, denying him that forward momentum.
Yeah, I like Bonchan trying to use the Tiger Charge too on reaction to the EX Sphere, right? To just challenge through and blow through it with the multiple hits. It was a little slow in that instance, but I think it's a good idea.
Ability on that? Is it 4 or 5?
It's, I don't know which actually. That's a good question. More than 2.
It's more than 2.
I would guess 5. Most of the V-trigger stuff like that is 5, so a lot of hits.
It's enough to deal with that charge metallic sphere.
And that's what it's used for.
That medium kick. Fortunate for Bonchan, an anti-air Tiger shot.
Using it so many, just backing up over and over. Not, not jumping or really like letting him get away with something. Wow, the armor, yeah, armor would have been fine either way. The challenge.
Ooh, again.
Yeah, tried to space out the knee, it whiffed, but it didn't even end up mattering. He got the button after. Anti-air, you saw him buffering before the
Just
jump
the
even
pump
began.
fake, yep.
Yeah, he was like all but ready. And so now Bonchan set point. Dash up. Was buffering probably the uppercut in case it was a further knee drop. Sweet. R jump heavy kick. We see that a lot from Bonchan. Nemo.
Backdashing again.
Oh man, the sweep. I think that was actually a punish on the low Tiger. Yeah, Sphere goes through.
It's a low recovery.
Uppercut.
Damn, and that's a waste of a bar as well. A big win for Bonchan.
Yep. The
Back
perfect walk back.
again! My days, the whiff punish.
That was beautiful on the walk back. Uppercut for the W. Bonchan moving on to loser 3-1 over Liquid.
To close it out. Proves that he was right to be practicing those next matchups, but boy, was that not easy for him.
No, it was looking a little worrisome after that 1-1 scenario, but I think the way he handles that matchup is just so impressive. He really knows like when to snap out these far buttons or when to stick to the low Tigers, high Tigers. He's got a good kind of read on the rhythm and ranges where you need to stand.
All round.
GG. This is definitely like one of those fireworks kind of a matches. You know how like this for like a Street Fighter fan, I feel like this is equivalent of like shaking a pair of keys in front of a baby. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you have something shiny and interesting and you just put it in front of their faces and they're like, whoa. But Cammy, another character that NuckleDu plays of the 7 he named earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say that this is a much more favorable matchup for Do, and he definitely doesn't maintain 7 different characters just so that he can only play fair 5-5 matchups.
No, yeah, probably the better matchup choice here. We mentioned that Strider was fortunate to deal with the camis that he had to play against the other day, and now has to play with one in this top 8. And this is a matchup that I like NuckleDu picking because, you know, we talk about how consistent the anti-airs are for a character like G against most characters, and this is somebody who can give him, you know, kind of the exception to that with the jump dive kicks and her early jump medium punch and other stuff that she has.
I mean, he's a really tall character, so he can somewhat walk forward and block a lot of situations, but if she does get in and she's plus, it's very, very difficult for G to get her off. She's going to get 3 turns, and even though he does have that great crouch and light punch interruption, there needs to be a big enough gap for him to fit that in.
Yeah.
And, Cammy's not often putting big delays in her frame. She doesn't need to.
She's doing medium, 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 and you're just like, well, what's going to happen here?
But of course, she does only have 900 health, 900 stun, so if she does get touched, she is going to explode in shower of sparks.
It's definitely what makes this matchup one of those matchups where you look at Cammy and you're like, well, she has great approach options, she can keep herself plus, she has all these great things that she can do in this matchup, and then you're like, but she also just dies if she gets hit, which is one of those things where, like, you know, you have to really think like, well, all right, what is even going to happen in something like this where I'm doing great for 90% of the match and then I just explode and get hit. So we'll see how NuckleDu's guesses are on defense after the stage switch.
No, I think this one's legal. They're switching.
I heard someone in the crowd go, oof, right at the fears. That was pretty good. Oh, man. Yeah, stage switch. I saw, like, NuckleDu was shaking his head as soon as he saw the stage.
No, sir. Don't like it.
My wallet's not a big fan of that stage.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Locked in. Notice how quick they picked their characters that time? It took a whole 5 minutes to select before, and now it's like, all right, we're in there. We're good.
Where was this? Northwest Majors.
It was in the Northwest.
He gave him the work.
Is that the last time they played?
Yeah, he gave him the work. Northwest Majors. Okay, should be interesting. It was Armika and Cammy.
I mean, not surprising that he was going to try those characters in this matchup versus... I mean, we saw the anti-air already lose versus something like trying Guile or GG, right?
Nice whiff punish on that cannon strike.
Ow. Didn't get the juggle after. Yeah, super high on the time kick.
Yeah.
Punish, but that's like no damage.
No one cares about that single kick. And that was using up half the V-trigger as well.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well try the dive kick into the mix-up. But in this matchup, she just gets in. It's just one of the things that Cammy is going to do against a character like G.
She's going to make you guess over and over and over on defense.
Yeah, and she's going to do button, jump dive kick. Because after those 2 buttons, she's spaced perfectly to just go for it again. Or walk up throw, or walk up button, or whatever she's going to do, you know.
And you really have to take a risk. Are you going to risk that she's going to jump and try and press a button on her, or is she going to just walk back and swing that fierce out?
Yeah.
Ouch!
First time gets knocked down, goes for the uppercut.
Guess for the stun. There it is.
Yeah, heavy kick. No, that'll do the stun anyway. Leveled up and some meter.
V-trigger activated,
Yeah, this is V-trigger G.
Oh,
Wake
nice
up
jab interruption. And Du's so good at interrupting.
Back throw anyway. Wake up 3 jabs because 2 is not enough. But didn't end
went
up
for that
mattering.
frame trap roundhouse. There was no stand tech. There was no backdash from Strider. Punched accordingly. You don't see enough people punishing that roundhouse on whip when he doesn't do crouches. But he's in the corner already.
Yeah, it used to be really fast on whip. It's been changed since then.
Nice interruption from Gustavo. Goes straight into the X smash. Oh, no punish that time.
Yeah, that was one of those dive kicks where you try to aim so low to the legs that you miss. You know, that's part of the thing about Cammy. You can make those dive
Jumps
kicks.
the roundhouse.
Hard combo after. Flip out on the backdash. Counter hit. Big damage.
Guess for the stun. Oh, the right kick.
Yeah, you got counter hit at the very end. And that'll do it. Easy peasy NuckleDu with the cleanup. One of those anti-air situations where maybe Strider was really late or tried something at the very end like a V-skill or a crouching heavy punch card. Already over the top and went for the cross-up. So, clean game for NuckleDu there. I think probably unsurprising too that, you know, the time that Strider got in, he got the round, right? And then besides that, he's been kind of struggling to maintain control. Sort of one of those matchups.
Damn, the 2 lights into the low strong.
That time he challenges.
Yeah, he has to. It's kind of very similar to the situation against Bison in the corner where you just have to make a guess.
Yeah, otherwise you just kind of die. You
Yeah,
just sit there and die.
It's death by 1,000 cuts as well. She doesn't do huge damage and stun anymore. They kind of nerfed that, but it's just rolling Oki. It's the same situation over and over again.
Yeah.
You have to eventually make a hard move. Buffered light kick takes it to the corner.
Yeah, walk up heavy punch instead of the command throw. These fireballs hurt. They add up, and that's
Yeah, the recovery of the V-trigger activation. Got clipped by that powered up fireball.
yeah. Most fireballs you can do it while they're traveling, and it's not a big deal. But that fireball is really fast. You're not reacting to that mid
And
screen
as
all
you
the
said,
time.
when you're powered up as well, when you're leveled up, it hits further than you thought.
Yeah. That was real high. One of the things about this character, as you mentioned, tall, so you can walk up and block stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep, that's guaranteed.
He gets a side switch off of it, so V-trigger gone, but has corner positioning now, which is important in this matchup. Whiffs it.
And he's getting pretty much every time the whip punish on those cannon strikes. You can't be
Delay.
leaving that damage on the table. He's going to be able to close out.
Close to Dizzy. Very, very
The
safe.
scoop there!
Yeah, it was jab, jab, which is like super, super safe, and then, all right, now it's time for the command. Really far. Man, even Strider stealing turns. He was stealing the camera shot for a second. He leaned in and was like, make sure you get a close-up of these pecs.
Round one.
We got one apiece.
That's right.
Main thing about that is that we see the spacing on the dive kicks has been changing, and because of that, Strider's been walking out of the range of the dive kicks and then walking into them.
Yeah.
You got to do both. Against dive kick characters, walking forward or backwards is very important for making them whip. Backdash on the throw. Counter hit, but too far.
And as you saw that, it is going to open up a situation where Dude's going to be able to just jump in normally. If Strider's not going to commit, yo, that was horrible.
That's one of NuckleDude's favorites, actually. He really likes that. Try to V-scale, hoping to build a V-trigger. That, again, he loves that. That's something that he used to do a lot when he played this character as a side character, is the jump short into the instant EX dive kick to beat throw, or button, or whatever you do. Nobody doesn't tech there, and just blocks.
Strider's getting hit every time by that cross-up light kick. Block one.
Really high. Even on hit, that dive kick, Strider was able to get the counter hit after. Yeah, no anti-air. He's looking for the dive kick, as you mentioned.
Just letting him get away with it. That time, just walk back out of it.
Good
Again,
anti-air.
the game begins. The wheel turns, and the aerial approach options he changed up. There's the dive kick.
Go to the other side. Activation.
Just blocks it all out. Happy to do so. I like the jump back air to air.
Yeah, that's a good try. Oh, man. Counter hit close to Dizzy now. Wake up buttons. I think NuckleDude was afraid of the critical art.
Oh!
Big low smash. The jump back, probably expecting a command throw. But high again, went for the command throw. He had the hit, but didn't believe.
Yeah, he'd already committed to that grab to close the round out.
And NuckleDude can't stick anything out here. Critical art's available. He can even use that to beat the dive kick as well.
I mean, if he buffers it to EX, that will do it.
Oh, and the regular
Didn't even need
smash.
to use a bar.
It killed. That's the worst part, too, is
900.
Yeah, if there was a pixel left, he would have just spent the critical art. He would have just committed the meter no matter what. Jump in, works with the jumping light kick. In the corner early is Strider. Jumping light kick. Important that he made it out there, and he tried to jump back twice, but Kami just runs over and gets in
Nice
some way.
in that time on the EX counter strike.
Punish.
Punish, that is -4.
Yeah, and it was very close, so not like a punish you have to worry about. Presses. That should have been it.
And again, he eats that cross-up light kick.
And again, NuckleDude jumped short instead of the dive kick, went for the throw, and Strider teched again, but
Ready
the
with
reaction.
EX. We hadn't seen him use that EX spiral arrow hardly at all. It's really difficult to react to that fireball at that range. He's got so many other things that you have to look for. It's not just on its own that fireball's too far to react to with the EX spiral arrow, because it is first frame projectile invincible, so you can kind of do it late-ish.
Yeah.
But there's so much other things that he has at that range to look for.
G's fireball is one of the fireballs where you try to react to it, like you just still end up getting hit too. It hits you so fast, it's very difficult to do. I think the times we've seen him use drill as a punish, whether it's regular or EX, it's been when the fireball is going to whiff or it's going to hit like super late. In the corner already.
All the turns.
Tries to jump out, but gets clipped by the heavy punch in the air.
Yeah, that was kind of fortuitous, because he's swinging that fierce in terms of looking for an interruption or a throw tech. Happens to work as an anti as well, but that time he gets out with the splash. Oh,
missed it.
timed.
That's real bad. Could have been worse.
Oh, nice interruption. Was that V-skill?
Yeah, was the V-skill that Knuckle went for.
Oh,
Reset.
that time it does work. He went for that jab into a command grab before. He's going to be able to close this out.
Yeah, still had the wheel kick after too, so plenty of damage still left on the table. Very clean from Strider. He's tried that, as you mentioned, with the jab into the command throw a couple times.
Yeah, it's legit, so there's no reason to be put off from doing it just because you get 3 points. Again, a nice punish on that mid-space cannon strike. And this walk back, walk forward, making it difficult for Dude to be comfortable spacing these directions. That one's lovely.
Oh! There's the punish he's looking for. He's walking back and going for Fierce a couple of times, and it hadn't reached, so I like the crouch medium kick. A little adjustment from Knuckle Dude. These dive kicks. In the front.
Shins. So
Same
once he's
situation.
in the corner, he's completely in control of that spacing, so there's nothing he can do. He has to make hard reads on defense. So
Things
alive.
by the bar. Reversal
Oh!
jab.
The
Hits with a low.
second one connected. He went into that anyway, regardless. He wanted the activation.
Yeah, I mean, nothing you can really do there. You just kind of have to eat these dive kicks. One of the issues. No uppercut, no clean anti-air option against.
No V reversal again. He's got a decent V reversal against the neutral dive kicks, but just had to hold that pressure.
And you can see, yeah, I mean, try to play ground game for a second, and she just jumps in.
Gets out of that corner for free.
Side switch with the EX drill. Baits the throw. And man, Uncle Lucami looking fantastic so far, but there's the V-trigger. Wow, no cancel. Missed, but again, the second jab didn't connect, so Strider couldn't get anything.
Strider's still got a lot of that V-trigger remaining. Oh no!
Didn't kill.
Could have got the kill off that! The
V-skill.
anti-air V-skill!
And it's
That
still
was
connected.
Mad plus, that hit so late.
Yeah, but Strider running out of V-trigger now, has critical art, but that air
He's
approach.
level 1 as well, so he hasn't got access to anything fancy. No, that's going to be it. Low forward activation, closes it out with cannon spike.
Yeah, clean uppercut for Knuckle Dude, and honestly played that matchup really, really well. There was a few missed dive kicks, but overall I think the game plan and strategy against that character is clearly very prepared and very depending on who lost in the winner semi-set.
Yeah, Bonchan and Punk have played each other a number of times,
Yeah.
And it's the mirror match. They like playing the mirror. They'll go head-to-head in that. That's what we're expecting to see.
Yeah, and given how good Karen is, I don't expect Bonchan wants to play Scott in that matchup.
No.
Not a matchup that's fun.
Hell no.
Not a matchup that's easy to win. It's a rough time. Some people avoid the mirror, but yeah, as you mentioned, these two are just like, yeah, we'll play it. Despite them both having, multiple characters to pick. So Punk.
Yeah, they played each other versus fighting in the grand finals, and it was Sagat Karen actually in the first set, and then he switched pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Karen brought it back and reset in the final. I feel like Bonchan is better in the scramble than Punk is. He's better at making the most of those frantic situations and winning out. Whereas Punk's a very clean ground place. You rarely see Punk jump ever at all. Bonchan will jump, even though Karen hasn't got great jump option. But he'll throw that in there just to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. And the character's got so much reward for being able to force those situations.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Punk is one of those players, as you mentioned, he kind of just sits there and fights. That's the way he is on the ground. Bonchan is much more likely to backdash and then try to find whip punishes off that and, go for like more unconventional stuff on the ground. Punk is going to sit there and fight you.
Yeah, there's the dash, and he wasn't checked by Punk.
Jab, jab, side switch already. Obviously, Karen's so good in the corner. This is really where she excels, and Punk as well. Really good at running this corner offensive striker throw.
Yo, wake up low forward.
Looking for that frame trap, but the crouching heavy punch doesn't bite, so just keeps it safe with the shoulder.
Neutral jump. Scouted the Rekka.
Yeah. One of the things he was in training mode for earlier was the Rekka. Not neutral jumping it, but like, block the Rekka, and then each of the options come out, trying to challenge each of them and punish them accordingly. On throw. Delays it a little bit in case there was reversal. So far, Bonchan, he baits the throw, but nothing that big, just another throw.
Already committed to walking back in and throwing mentally. That stun is racking up, and again, at that point where that stun was a big threat, Punk chooses to interrupt and makes the most of it. Gets out of the corner, and another low forward. It's like a run back of the first round. 2 interruptions back to back, and Bonchan winning the neutral though.
Cutting
Yeah,
wins.
winning in these moments where, you know, he's just finding clean hits, 2 bars there, just doing a good job of running his offense and, you know, mixing up between, do I dash up on Oki, which isn't real, but you're not going to expect it. Do I challenge with a far button, you know, do I go for a shoulder? Like, what is it going to be?
Yeah,
a little far.
He's seen success from dashing up twice in that first round. Opened up in the first round with a crush counter roundhouse as well, so proving to be very difficult for Punk to predict or just raw react to what he's going to show.
Yeah, and if you're dashing a lot, it means Punk's going to start to stick out far buttons. Nice. Punk will stick out buttons on the ground to beat the dash. And then when he's doing that, you can just walk up and whip punish. Working on stun here. And EX.
Yeah, he'd interrupt. It's interrupted twice that time. It's a good time to EX resent up.
See, yeah, Punk's sticking stuff out, obviously, because he is expecting maybe a dash from Bonchan.
Damn, the interruption. That time the dash from Punk was checked. V-trigger activation.
Again? Yeah, I kind of had a scout on that. There are times I feel like where you can see that Punk is gonna wake up reversal. And so far we've seen that a few times when he was close to Dizzy and then there as well. In the clutch, willing to go for it. Counter hit after the command dash. Eating, gets the combo after, working on Dizzy. Purposely does not want the Dizzy there. Went for standing medium kick so he gets a better stun. Yeah, more damage off the stun here.
EX shoulder, there we go.
Hurts so bad, not quite the kill,
Yeah,
but
he didn't have the 2 bars that he needed, but he's got a huge life lead here, and it's going to be very difficult. Looking for that back throw.
caught out of the air. Confirm. I'm going to take all the damage and corner carry off that. Delays it. Tries to bait the throw. Bonchan, nothing.
Waking up backdash again. The light kick, the micro walk back light kick.
Yeah, just made that little whiff happen. And, you know, Bonchan has talked in the past about how he's like, man, when you guys, like, when I watch Punk play, I just know what he wants to do. And you can tell here that so far a lot of Bonchan studying is paying off. He just seems really confident on the ground against Punk about whether he should dash. And Punk is one of those players that you can't just stay on the ground and fight normally. Just like, oh, let me just whip punish this, whip punish that. You have to throw some different looks at him, I think. And that dash is one of them, which is what Punk just interrupted there.
Yeah, dash has paid off for Bonchan enough, though. Happy to get checked once or twice if you can get away with it a couple more times.
Yeah.
Have to keep showing these options. There's the sweep with activating again. He doesn't need to. Only going to activate on block. Oh, the whiff punish on the mooch. Oh, again, they're trading.
Yeah, back and forth.
Swinging.
With the uppercuts, I mean, sometimes you got to take the risk. It pays off. Neutral jump a little late. Sweep activate. Oh, a couple of whiffs.
Brave walk out from Bonchan.
Yeah, you notice Bonchan's doing like whiff whiff. You know, he's expecting Punk to swing after and try to whiff punish. Walk up throw. One hit match here, and the standing light kick again. Punk now scouting the dashes more, which means if you're Bonchan, you're going to walk up and try standing medium punch, or standing heavy punch, or standing heavy kick from range. Standing medium punch there, yeah. That's what he's looking for, trying to intercept Punk, intercepting him. The back and forth on the ground. Dash up now. Backdash in the corner. Will be a side switch here.
Yeah, the
No,
walk-off
just
throw
takes the
meant that he gave away throw advantage. Again, the DP works there from Bonchan. No bait so far from Punk.
Beautiful. Bonchan knew the button was coming out. Overhead!
Damn!
Yeah, no delays, no weird stuff. He was just like, I'm going to go for this overhead right away. Set point already for Bonchan. It's looking like a quick one so far, and you see Punk sticking out those far buttons, trying to look for the dash.
Hard read sweep.
Pulling them with that medium punch from super far. Finds the hit under the cross-up.
Still takes the O-key, the reversals. Nothing afterwards.
That button is so good. That standing medium punch is excellent. Had the medium didn't believe. Yeah, no throw break. Punk willing to sit there and wait.
Yeah, no need to take the risk. He's got the 2 bars, so there's a huge risk of getting opened up for taking that throw.
Yeah, one hit match. Both of them with so much meter. Can't make a mistake on the ground.
Bonchan has that activation though if he wants it. There it is.
Yeah, you have to eat the throw. Now it's one hit for the round. Go right into the critical R. Ow. Oh, it does so much every time. You just stare
there's
at the
no
live
scaling.
bar.
She's one of the characters who really benefits from gut scaling as well. It's kind of normal damage, right? I think it's 330 on her CA.
Yeah, and the messed up thing, as you mentioned, is she doesn't have to like do some long combo or crazy confirm into it, right? It's just, oh, my normal low forward that I'm gonna land walking around on the ground.
Well, a lot of supers end up losing some of their damage because it scales through the super, right? And hers doesn't really scale through the super. So hers and Ken's, for example, do the same raw damage, but Ken's will do less damage at the end of the round because it got.
He's got to kick you 9 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks cooler that way.
Shout out to Balrog being the best, obviously, because he's just one big right duff.
That's all you need.
All the damage in one draw.
And sweep activate. And so far, you can really see the adjustments that Punk has made on the ground have been big. They've been like really like, okay, well, I understand the way Bonchan wants to approach, and I understand what he's looking for. So yeah, just, wow.
Clashing.
Medium punches and crouching medium kicks.
Punk with a resource lead.
Bonchan
Now he has lost a life.
Scary whiff.
Damn!
V-skill, activate. Full resources for Punk. He's got that critical art. Nothing from Bonchan.
Yeah, they're both just taking these throws. No one wants to risk. No one wants to risk.
Getting close to chip too, although V-reversal available for Bonchan. Overhead blocked. Whiff and
Whiff punish with a medium kick, sticks that leg out. Punk's
Yeah.
still in this.
you can tell that he was looking for an activation point on that V-skill, and it's also a pretty safe way to move yourself forward, as long as it connects. Far medium punch. Again, Punk has made these adjustments on the ground to now look for these far buttons to check Bonchan's dash. Bonchan counter-adjusted by using far buttons like sweep or heavy kick. Back throw, big.
Like it just checks. Straight away. Hit conversion, big damage and stun.
Wake up EX though. Take that risk.
No
Doesn't
activation?
activate. Yeah, I think at that point just saw the
Oh
block.
my lord.
This is a kill. Now Rekka to get all that damage. There's going to be stun after just in case that wasn't the kill. Great block and punish from Bonchan.
It's another set point here for Bonchan.
So we'll see. Punk has resources to work with. Walk up throw behind the whiff. That sweep, yeah, we see.
Punish.
Bonchan's faking the dashes and going for those far sweeps. A little bit more now. See, there's the dash. Trying to throw Punk different looks. Stuffs the V-skill, gets the counter.
That hit conversion was sensational as well at that range. Oh, the chase down! That was cheeky. That's such a good answer as well because it's safe on block.
Look at
He's
the
gonna
damage
catch the
on
frame
this.
trap.
Slide misses at the end. Punk with a pixel, challenges with a button, sweep activate. Throw in the corner. Wow,
Oh
big
my
bet!
god, he's thrown it away!
That's gonna be
He's
the
thrown
kill!
it away!
He thought Punk was gonna commit, but he didn't. Two
The
apiece.
slide on that Rekka would have killed as well. It whiffed, and from there, Punk with the comeback.
Just like that. Turns it all the way around. Little adjustments went a long way, and now we're looking at 2 apiece. And Punkle is the one that looked stressed out despite bringing it back 2 games.
Sometimes fortune just shines on you.
Yeah. Is that the spotlight on the top of his head? We're just waiting. Dashing up. Yeah,
dashing up behind that medium punch.
we're seeing a little bit more dashes from Bonchan. They've been stuffed a couple of times, and so he went away from it a little bit, and now bringing that option back into rotation.
Yeah, it's good to do it behind the button though, because you can see he's putting that out. Then he double pumps the medium punch.
Then the sweep. So Bonchan's like, I'm gonna dash. Punk starts sticking out buttons, and the sweep to beat that option. And also, Punk likes to walk back a lot, so sweep is a good option against him in general.
That confirm off the medium punch.
Raw Rekka, and
Jab.
perfect.
Closes it out.
Yeah.
Another set point from Bonchan. There's only so many set points you can save. As Punk reached his lead.
See, checks the dash, no cancel. Now you gotta watch the sweep or far button from Bonchan. Yeah, low, but
Oh, to punish, and he was ready.
yeah, backs up. He was waiting for the uppercut just in case. Bonchan doesn't let it rip that time. Medium kick lands, takes the V-skill out of the corner. Back throw as well. Sweep doesn't activate because it hits. They both have sweep available into the V-trigger.
Activates on hit though.
Yeah, in the back. Rekka that time. Neither of them taking any risks, just keeping it super safe. V-trigger's gone now. Throw. Both on 2 bars.
Yeah, this couldn't be any more even.
Punk might die.
Oh
though.
my word, the edge forward.
Yeah, it's a 1-hit match now for both of them.
Yeah, Punk wanted that shoulder into CA.
With the jump back, luring Punk in, I think maybe. Whiff, nothing. Dash up from
I
Bonchan.
love that dash forward. There was no way he would be ready for that.
The shoulder, looking for that one hit. Confirm overhead. Scary on the ground now. Any hit, any mistake.
Trying
the
to dash
dash up.
something out. He gets it.
Spend the EX. One more to do it, and Bonchan prevents the 3-0 reverse sweep and clutches it out to move on in loser's bracket. Close one to the very end. It was a nail biter.
Yeah, that's a matchup that you need to sit down and spend like another 30 minutes going through all of the options that were being showed and cycled through as they play that head-to-head neutral match. They were literally going punch for punch with each other.
Yeah. And there was adjustments each way, right? It was the adjustment that Punk made, and as soon as Bonchan sees like, okay, well, he's ready for this option, I'm gonna. But I do like seeing Abigail on the ground against this character as well. You have such far-ranging buttons, and you have armor and stuff that Bison players do not want to deal with.
And he just gets so much reward from reading right on the offense as well.
Yeah, and he has a low jump arc, which is good for jumping over a lot of the stuff Bison wants to do, like the down forward heavy kick or scissor kick or slide and activate. Those things that you want to do from far away. Useful for Abigail to have. And also, one thing is that Bison wants to air-to-air a lot. Wow.
Yo!
Heavy kick
Roundhouse
beat the jump.
anti-air.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4.
I was just going to say, like, Abigail players, they do those jumps all the time, and Bison wants to air-to-air you, and it's not easy to air-to-air his low jump.
Yeah, he's got really quick jump up. What the hell was that?
He wanted the instant overhead for Dizzy, and didn't get it, so instead now, still has a setup.
Yeah.
Run! Good blocking. Yeah, I like that escape option. And the slide was going to be V-trigger anyway.
Yeah.
Why not throw it out? Scary first round still, despite having to lead most of it. You can just see that's what makes Abigail a really scary character with the right idea. Yeah, that jump, that low jump arc is pretty good for stuff like that usually, although he committed to a non-cross-up button.
Too far away, he's going to punish.
Dash up after.
Problem X with a significant life lead now. Looking to activate off that medium punch with mistime. That time he does get it.
Yeah, takes it on hit, because the combo wouldn't have done that much more damage, and you want the orb. Oh, missed it. Runs through.
Oh, the armor! What a great reduce that is.
Yeah.
He was scouting for that Psycho Axe.
And armor is so good against Bison on the ground, He has all these big one-hit buttons that he wants to stick out all the time. Really good for interrupting stuff. He throws out a Psycho Axe, and you just run through it. Don't care at all about what he does. That was a good idea with the parry, but Hot Dog in the air. Baits a throw.
Yeah, Hot Dog's one of the only Bisons that I will see jump in behind that EX Psycho Blast. Normally you're going to block it and take it.
Oh.
Press it. Roundhouse! Dang.
Roundhouse and a roundhouse and a crush counter.
Hard read on the parry.
It's got full meter as well. Flame.
Yeah, that's it.
Blast and a critical art as well. Really well played.
Takes the first game. Makes off on some of his hard reads there. The parry's not paying off.
Yeah, and those are gambles that, don't feel that huge, but when you give Bison, crush counter into like huge damage, into knockdown, and all this pressure, it's really, really tough.
Yeah, you're giving him life lead so he can freely go back to neutral if he wants, but also with those crush counters, you're giving him V-gauge.
Exactly. Yeah, and that V-gauge for, 2-bar V-trigger on VT2, very good. And gives him V-reversals out of your pressure too. Counter hit into the combo. And so far, this pressure has also been tough.
Medium punch.
Sometimes you gotta hit it 3 times. Anti-air. That crouching heavy punch, he was ready. Neutral jump from Pablo.
Yo, just outside of range for the Abigail punch.
Yeah, and Hot Dog was ready with the whip punish too. Good awareness. And the spacing on all his buttons so far has been so good. He's like max distance, making sure that Problem can't swing away with anything. Yeah, that was gonna be instant overhead setup. You saw it again. Another clean round for Hot Dog here, who's really just looking commanding and prepared for this matchup.
Yeah, Hot Dog putting in some work right now. He is really confident in terms of the spacing and his reads. I say that and he gets his face punched into a flush count. Fears.
Happens to everybody. EX for the knockdown. Bad spot to be. Command throw.
He's going to leave him. What's he going to
Dizzy. Yeah, he could have decided not to stun and take the next hit stun, but I think that's a fine choice.
That did so much damage and he's got such a huge life lead. Yeah. Plus frames.
Scouted the backdash even still. Back throw. Full resources. Hot Dog has the world, but...
Yo, back fierce.
It's one of the best buttons to mash out of pressure within the game. It is so
crazy.
good.
Even in the corner there where there was no room for him to reel back, there was no hurt box.
Yeah, just swings away.
And again, like dashes, the hard read on the command grab, it was correct.
It's the counter hit into the combo, knockdown again. Problem swinging away with this button.
There's the stun all on the last hit as well. The X scissors for the hard knockdown.
Is he gonna do it again? No. Oh, that was perfect. Okay.
Spacing, and he empty jumped as well.
Hot Dog has played this against this character and done that exact thing before. That was one of those neutral jumps where you know if he sticks out crouching heavy punch, you're gonna land in whip punish. That was pure knowledge. Right back into it, problem.
Bouncing straight back in, yeah.
Yeah, not even stopping to think, should I, switch to another character or anything? Just no, all in with Abigail. This is a rough start so far. Just push to the corner early. Wow, the parry was the right idea, but the blast just missed.
The armor after the knee.
Just made the read that the button was going to come out.
Yeah, straight through the cycle. He's got the corner now. There's the grab.
I like the jump in too, but a little high. Hot Dog was willing to hit a button. Nice reaction. Throw break as well, yeah. And the jabs after really stuffing things. It's really hard to get past that double hit jab. Every time from super far away. Really, really useful.
Super brave interruption after the block jumping from Hot Dog. Assuming the problem is going to steal some frames with crouch fierce and the right. Oh!
Double jump. Yeah, it doesn't commit to any buttons so that he can't, like, get a counter hit or something like that. Oh, the whiff! Catches him low. One more for stun.
Oh my word, a sequence there.
Yeah, problem wanted nothing to do with it. Doesn't spend the bar. He's got such a big lead. He doesn't have any fear.
Tries to activate. What stuff?
You can really tell that problem does not want to sit there on defense, right? He doesn't want to just kind of like block these sequences out, trying to press a lot of buttons.
He knows what he's dealing with, right?
Yeah.
It's his own character. So.
Armors through. Wow, empty jump on the parry too. Good read.
Yeah, all of these parry reads have not come off for him. I can't think of any that have worked out in this set.
That could have been stunned. That is stunned.
This is going to be very close to doing it.
Doesn't build the bar at the end. Cross up, instant overhead blocks it. He's seen it like 5 times. He was
oh
ready.
No, he drops.
No combo, command throw. Has V-trigger 2 as well. Wow, no cancel or anything either. Goes in, blocks. Jumps away from the VT2. Up forward is a good choice usually there. Oh, tried to throw it. Again, he gets clipped. Gotta guess here, goes low.
God, this is all mad. He's got one more guess.
V reversal. He challenges after Hot Dog with the
Hot Dog's defensive reads have all worked out for him.
The 3-0 clean as ever over Problem X. Man, that was very well played and also an extreme example of matchup knowledge back to back to back to back on every little sequence. Really well played.
Yeah, immaculate spacing on his corner control.
Yeah.
Really, really good reads in terms of how Problem was going to try and interrupt.
Yeah. Traveling all over the place is tiring, exhausting. Not a bad idea as we drop down to the loser semis. Winner of this will play Problem X.
So this is a run back
Yeah.
from yesterday. From winner's bracket, Bonchan won this one convincingly. Is it going to be G again? It was Sagat G yesterday. Very interesting to see what it's going to be today.
Yeah, top 4 of the tournament now. 4 different countries as well represented here.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, very cool, right, when it works out that way.
A truly international tour.
So we'll see. Character selection is an important part about the matchup between these two because depending on who, if NuckleDu's going to play Guile or something, right, obviously we won't see Sagat probably there. It depends on, like, the character picks, right? So Bonchan goes to Sagat first to see what NuckleDu will do. And it's G again. Same as we saw yesterday. It didn't work out. There's a few key adjustments that Bonchan has in this matchup. One of the biggest ones is throwing the Tiger shots behind the jump air V skill that NuckleDu kept doing. So I think if you're NuckleDu here, you got to look to approach on the ground a little bit more in V-trigger and not in the air. And besides that, I mean, I just want to see what NuckleDu has learned from checking the tapes.
He's had that overnight, I guess, to look back on his losses. Projected brackets. The thing is, this is so deep in the bracket as well. It's not one you're going to be really thinking about.
No. For either of them. Right?
Yeah. absolutely. We definitely. It wasn't one of the 15 characters we saw Bonchan training against in the green room this morning.
No, but
Didn't get that far.
if you're NuckleDude, you do have that ability to not only watch your match back, but watch the match Strider played against, this Sagat as well, and see what he did differently in the Chi Sagat matchup. Something useful to take a peek at.
We'll see whether Du plays a more grounded game. Bonchan showing him all the answers to the aerial approach. Damn.
That's a beautiful punish. And you have to be very ready to punish a sweep with an uppercut. It's not like you're just, sitting there buffering an uppercut to block or something.
It's definitely a muscle memory thing. Tries to cancel into the level up just to throw him off.
Throws the V-skill on the ground. And I like him approaching on the ground. Low smash and V-skill and stuff. Don't do the jump air V-skill, which Bonchan punished so well on the last time these two played.
Bonchan not afraid to V-reversal as well. I like his use of V-reversal with Sagat. He has a good V-reversal for this character. Puts you back full screen, but he gets crush countered by the Fierce. Levels up again.
Ooh,
lets him out of the corner.
No crouching heavy punch.
Yeah, that would have put him back in as well. Such a great anti-air bar.
EX uppercut.
Oh, he was ready with an EX split kick.
And the front throw. Yeah, good choice. It's a very safe choice in that instance. There's no meter for Bonchan to uppercut or anything, so he just goes for the front throw, thinking, okay, if you jump my command throw, I have an answer ready. Got the update ready. Where are we dropping? Gets the back throw. The jump in again, yeah. See these coming out pretty often. And using that V-skill to blow through the projectiles. Wow, Mako crouching medium kick, big jump. Clean V-skill as well. And Bonchan just sitting here, waiting for the answers from NuckleDude. Looks for the forward medium kick. Cannot find a V-trigger activation point, but finally.
The light kick counter hits, he's in the corner. Yeah, tried to jump out, got grounded by that medium punch.
This is a lot of damage and stun. Breaks at the very end.
Again, goes for the safe throw.
Getting close to being able to chip, but the EX wheel kick through first game.
Does the job for him again, and he's ready with that EX wheel kick. I like that.
Goes the NuckleDude. He played that so well, and I think those wheel kicks are something that he didn't find a lot of success with when they played yesterday, but today he's had a couple of them that really worked out.
What else is he showing him to make him not prepared for those wheel kicks?
I think it's really just approaching on the ground more. And if you're going to walk up and contest against Sagat, and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to back you up with Tiger Shots. And if that's the answer, then the wheel kick is there to kind of deal with that. And I think that those two kind of go hand in hand. You want to approach on the ground against Sagat, he's going to throw Tiger Shots, and that's what's going to happen. So it also sets up, NuckleDude to jump a little bit more as well when you're worried about the wheel kicks. He's going to start to go to grounded options to try to stop it or wait for it.
Punishes the sweep with Tiger Uppercut. That roundhouse.
Takes the level up as well. Wow, far wheel kick. No knockdown, though. If he would have canceled that into uppercut, I think he was afraid it might not have punished. Backing him up with this leveled up fireball.
He's getting free gauge here as well at this range.
Punish. That was really far. His sweep is kind of slow, but far. It goes pretty far away, so it's good for a situation like that. Both of them are kind of similar in that regard.
He needs to block one more. Let's go free gauge now. Both full up. G certainly more scary with full V trigger.
Doesn't go for the wheel kick.
Oh, and he catches him standing.
Low smash. Wheel kick again, and the V reversal. We've seen Bonchan go to that constantly in this matchup. Jumps forward.
Dashes behind it. No,
cancel.
full combo from Bonchan, and he could have got the kill. Yeah. He has to be wary of CA.
EX fireball. Didn't have another bar to keep it up.
Oh,
he
the tick
respected
grab.
it.
And he cashes out. That's a good decision.
He respected the wake up critical art in that scenario, and NuckleDude just recognized it. He's like, you think I'm going to spend all this bar wake up jab command throw? Very, good knowledge of what your opponent's thinking and, your own resources.
Their mindset. Exactly.
Yeah. Bonchan's like, do it. I know you're going to wake up critical art. Wait, what?
Crazy American.
You know how they do it. If Bonchan wakes up critical art, genius. If NuckleDude does it, silly American. How dare you? Raw. Yeah, that's a good recognition of the spacing of Bonchan to get the raw uppercut.
Backing up with Tiger Shots. He doesn't have that EX bar yet. Deal with it. It's there now.
Yeah, it makes the wheel kick a scary option.
-4. Nicely spaced, though. Damn!
Activates as well to get the corner carry. Wow, walk back B skill? That would be jump out as
Yeah.
well. Good knowledge to get the EX uppercut through. Something you have to keep in mind in a matchup like this as well. You notice Knuckle Dude didn't dash after the D skill?
Just delayed it a little bit, just in case.
Just in case the forward jump from Bonchan activates.
Nice whip punish.
Yeah, he wasn't stuck in proximity guard or anything. Just walks back, wake up jab, last little bit, and gets the Kara uppercut as well.
Making the absolute most of that interruption.
Yeah, Bonchan's very good about rotating on defense between wake up jab, V reversal, or backdash. Those are 3 things that he does quite a bit. Punish, and gets the level.
Nice anti-air, crouch fierce, swinging the fierce though. Doesn't connect, roundhouse does.
Catches him low. EX knee gets a lot of carry off this.
He's already got 2 out of 3 bars.
See that crouching medium punch? Yeah, punish this time. Kara
Nice.
uppercut.
Uses the 1 bar for the X Tiger shot and gets the juggle afterwards.
Yeah, when he has the V skill. Nice. He had the V skill, so he didn't have to spend extra bar on the EX uppercut off the EX shot. Just a walk back. Nice interruption. That's good matchup knowledge.
That time that was at a range where he couldn't use any of the he had previously the 12 slow frames, catches the backdash. One more guess.
Jump over.
Burn!
I think, you know, he was doing that jump over to put him in that situation where he had to guess between like, okay, well, if you woke up uppercut, I'm clean over and everything, but he didn't commit to anything, and back throw for Bonchan.
If he'd have committed to a jump in, it would have caught that backdash. I'm not sure if he wanted to go for a
First win.
jump in and to jump low after that.
And I like the choice from Bonchan to wake up backdash, and then it gets, you know, command thrown, and just said, well, wake up backdash again. Like, why not just try that same option? You know, sometimes one of the best things to do is just to repeat it. Don't get dissuaded from doing something like that. Just try it again. And it ended up working out okay for him there.
It's an answer for something, right? And
Yeah.
it's not, just because it doesn't work, it doesn't mean it's the wrong answer. It just happens to be the wrong answer in that instance. And there's other things to be shown. It's a mix-up character. You have to believe in your reads.
You see, gets air flipped out on the backdash again, and he escaped the mix-up. That's one thing you have to do in this matchup. High Tigers throwing him to contest with the fireballs, cross-up. Yeah, I love that setup too. The high tiger, big
no,
jump.
he'd already committed to the low tiger shot. No anti-air.
Dash, dash. Oh, he delayed it and still got hit.
Yeah, it was a reversal.
Crush. Gonna take the juggle here. And yeah, setup instead. Wow, wake up jab beat that setup. And
Nice.
yeah, that stand medium kicks. Great, the guard break. And with that little life left, doesn't end up mattering.
Caught him in the headlights. Frozen. Put in ahead.
It's a good time to throw the high tiger. We see him throwing it a little bit more, and then there's an answer from Knuckle Dude.
Yeah, he's gone for that back fist a number of times. There's the come on grab. He jumps out.
Gets the knee in the corner as well. And yeah, knowing the setup's not real, wake up crouching jab. A lot of the tall characters have that if you try to do that to them. Low
Yeah, it
smash
doesn't have
after.
the fear of any kind of downward directed jump in as well. So
Probably take setup here. Yeah, knee to the other side. It's the front throw. A lot of meter for Bonchan. Jumps back. Hits the activation point as well. Throw the V skill. Low smash. Wheel kick. Not enough.
Ooh, pixels off. Jab and then nothing.
Bonchan has critical art though. You have to be careful about how you approach this.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, that was it. I was gonna say you can't walk into that light kick.
Yeah, imagine that. Could have canceled into something. Maybe uppercut or critical art raw. Walking back. Waiting at this range. Low tiger. Oh, the fierce. He can confirm that too, but the fireball.
Man. So tense. You could see the fear in who he wanted to close it out, but just traversing that space was such a big risk of CA.
Jump in, and yeah, Knuckle Dude was ready for it. Takes the level. The V skill gets punished, but fell out of it. He was so far away. Just walking back these high tigers a little bit more in this matchup now. Been throwing them quite a bit since the second game.
Here for the start up on the tiger shot. Nothing came.
Oh, big jump.
Jumps over the roundhouse, and that's going to be knee, and he gets that space in again. Activation.
Wow, he still had time to
Oh, the
anti-air.
cancel into the command grab. You're in the corner now, lad.
It's so good. He's going to use a lot of the V trigger on this, but still has some left.
He's got enough to get the stun if he catches him, and he does.
A button, the dizzy afterwards. Lost it, but he has full resources for the critical art, and that'll do it.
Dude pulls ahead 2-1. That whiff flip kick into the command grab really got it for him. Counter hit medium punch in the corner. I don't know what Bonchan was looking for. Maybe an interruption.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of interruption crouch light punches that have paid off for him, but got counter hit grounded. That was the stun.
Yeah.
He had damage to spare left on the table.
Oh, yeah. And that's the cool thing about seeing this, too, right, is that, you know, we talked about yesterday how NuckleDu had a lot more of the air approach, the air V-skill and stuff, and Bonchan has answered well with, you know, his tiger shots and everything. And now it's a more grounded approach, and Bonchan's having a bit more trouble. So it sounds like we're back to character select.
Well, yeah, well, that's what worked out for Gustavo when they faced in winners.
Yeah.
So he has 2 sets of tapes to go by on that.
Yeah.
He can watch his own loss, and he can watch what Gustavo did to win that matchup.
Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. Is like the nice part about this is with both of those to watch, he has examples of what worked and didn't from both matchups, which is really cool. So taking a look at the notes or the messenger again. That's Facebook Messenger.
It is.
Who's the messenger? Hey, what up, man? You want to get some food after this? The messenger strats are very, very strong.
Exposed on stream. All right, so we're going to get a character change.
Yeah, I think with how this has looked and the adjustments Du's made, this is probably appropriate, I think, for Bonchan. Just gonna go with Karen here. A little bit more powerful on the ground, but now we're gonna see NuckleDu go back to more of the kind of buffered fierce or light kick game that he likes to play on the ground with G. Doesn't have to respect the fireball game, so he can just play the kind of style that he normally does in this matchup.
Karen finds it difficult when she plays against characters that outrange her in terms of normals, and then it all comes down to the ability to be able to whiff punish those normals.
Yeah, which is, in this matchup, you know, whiff punishing a light kick buffered from half screen is not easy. You're not going to have much to really challenge it.
Whiff punishing a medium, different proposition.
Yeah, now he's the one that can throw the fireballs on the ground, especially when Bonchan doesn't have bar.
That V-skill getting the knockdown is really advantageous for him as well.
Yeah, especially if there's like a level.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that far range sweep too in this matchup. Dash up, nothing. Wow, he tried to bait that. This is real bad.
Stay there. Ow. Canceling to the fireball.
And you see, doesn't go for the command throw, just kind of delays the buttons to see if Bonchan's going to swing with something. Spaced out.
Spacing on that.
No anti-air, but the back throw anyway.
Yeah, shades of Karen walking underneath and punishing.
Oh, baits the
my
throw.
Word. All of the counter hits.
That was very clean. That corner control from NuckleDu was great because he didn't commit to something big. He just kind of let Bonchan eat these little hits, anti-airs, throws over and over and over.
And as you said, Bonchan likes to stay active on Wake Up. It's back dashes, it's jumps. No.
Mistake. Didn't get the smash and ended up getting critical art, which is going to get punished. So spend bar he probably didn't want to spend and got punished for it.
And he's in the corner as well. He gets off with a whiff throw. Buffering that light kick.
Yeah, swing with crouching medium punch, swing with light kick. Bonchan does not want to bite on those whip buttons. Medium kick. Kick confirm is nice and clean.
The interruption isn't a counter hit, but he goes into it anyway for the activation. Bonchan lets it rip, and he's got the corner again. The splash wasn't able to air.
This combo hurts
Now you got
too.
a guess for the round. He wakes up with buttons.
Loves it. Trade working on Dizzy here. So we see the V reversal. Jump out. Wow. Great air to air.
And again, Bonchan is just all over the place on defense, and he is coming up top on the scramble. The backdashes, the jumps, he's getting flipped out of everything, and Du not feeling comfortable to commit to his strings and cancels because there's a big risk involved.
Yeah, and I think Bonchan makes the defensive options that he rotates through look extremely strong. That's one of the things that I think really separates him is that when he's knocked down, he makes it feel scary. He has all these options he rotates between.
Well, he's planning ahead, right? He's literally making sure that if his defensive read is right, he is getting the most out of it going right for him. He's looking for a cancel to get air reset out of. He's looking for a throw to get whiffed. If he backdashes, he can press a button and interrupt.
Yeah, and if he gets a hit with this character, oh, yeah, that was good knowledge from Du that it was going to whiff, and he just preemptively hits swing. Wheel kick, combo, doesn't buffer.
Another backdash from Bonchan.
Constantly. It's
He will
backdash.
not stay still.
Backdash or buttons or anything. Sweep. Oh, just lands in the front. Yeah, crushing medium punch too. It's not like it was really a mix-up, just got the counter hit. activates. Scary, he gets hit, and he's got critical art available for the smash. CA afterwards, a lot of damage on the tail end of this thing. It always kills, and that'll do it. It always kills at the very end, and Two's moving on over. Bonchan grabs his head, knows that he had that, and that one mistake of missing the anti-air jump over splash, really hard to contest.
Yeah, that jump splash had worked a couple of times. It's kind of difficult to deal with. And in that situation, you're kind of not ready for everything. He could have done jump back air to air to control that space, but you have to be looking for the jump out. And as active as his defense was, wasn't ready for NuckleDu's defensive options there, and he cashed out full bar in the corner, closed it out. It looked like a good pick though. It looked like a good change to Karen pick.
The other thing too is like NuckleDu changed his offense to be much more safe as well. It was like as soon as he realized how active Bonchan was going to be, he was like, all right, well, let me just you know, kind of slow down here, let him go for these backdashes or whatever, just keep it like safe with crouching. Between these two, they both have a bunch of characters available to them. That's, you know, important. Walk over for the handshake. This should be a good one. Top 3 of the tournament, and you know, already looking at this here, we're gonna see some interesting character choices no matter what happens, right? I think we'll probably see some swaps in this matchup. Thinking about Guile here.
I mean, I don't know if this is the this might be the button check. This might be the full thing. Who knows what it's gonna be?
Headphones on, locked and loaded.
Could be.
I thought we were gonna get Field of Fate. It feels like every time NuckleDu plays, it's Field of Fate, and he says, no, not that one. But this is one of the characters I haven't seen him play a lot lately, actually, right? Kind of the character a lot of people know him for.
Great matchup for Guile either. Bison does really well against Guile, especially in this season with the nerfs that Guile suffered. I feel like it was an advantageous matchup for Bison last year, and even more so now. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those matchups that I, you know, I'm surprised to see NuckleDu lock into. There it is.
Cammy, so.
Yeah, he has better matchups. I'm surprised, but Guile it is. As you mentioned, some nerfs in this version, a little weaker. Early jump in, counter hit, gets the counter hit combo too with a crouching medium punch.
Another jump in again. Problem X just sitting there taking it.
Try crouching medium punch. Sometimes that's an okay anti-air. Upside down kick catches airborne. And I like that challenge, thinking maybe NuckleDu might do another upside down kick.
Flash kick out.
Psycho Crusher through. One of the big parts about this matchup, Psycho Crusher is fantastic for dealing with Guile. Absorbs it, throws it back.
V-Skill is a big tool in this matchup as well.
No more VT2.
Wait for the bomb.
Cross up. Wow, that was a good bait. And then the V-Reversal again. NuckleDu spends it. And the EX as well. I think last time, you know, there was a V-Skill when NuckleDu threw the boom after the V-Reversal or whatever. So this time, I think a better choice to throw the EX move. Yeah, a little faster. Covers that distance quicker. Trade on the crouching heavy punch. Whiff punish. Man, NuckleDu's Guile. I cannot believe Problem X blocked that upside down kick. Front throw, working on stun.
Wow, he is just going in right now. Damn, there's the stun.
Critical R all the way there. This should be the kill.
Flash kick, CA, thank you very much. 1-0 to NuckleDu, and that looked nothing like how the matchup should go.
No, that was a beatdown, and I think the difference is between NuckleDu and most Guiles is very comfortable playing super offensively. He makes the upside down kick, like dash up upside down kick or throw look super scary. He moves behind booms better than almost like any other Guile, so he's very scary. Even with VT1, when he throws like the slow moving boom, walking in behind that feels like the most terrifying mix-up ever, and I think that's something that NuckleDu is unique in.
What makes currently not able to deal with NuckleDu's movement, whether it's on the ground or the jump-ins, that jump roundhouse again. There we go. He is ready with the crouch pierce that time, so he's starting to identify what it is he needs to partition in his brain and look for.
Yeah, and we're also seeing some more raw scissor kick as well from Problem, I think, to cover distance, knowing that NuckleDu's been dashing up. Good challenge. Interesting. I wonder if he was looking for a V-reversal there. Air to air. Sweep activate.
No bar, so he can pressure him freely.
Wow, went the wrong way, but gets the throw anyway.
Now he's got EX, so he backs up.
Oh, and the raw crusher.
Walking forward.
That move is so good. Psycho Crusher is fantastic.
Yeah, that's got some Season 2 pushback on it.
Yeah, it does. Very, very useful, even defensively, for that reason.
Blocks the jump in and hits the throw.
Dashes through the roundhouse. Crushed! This is big damage. Working on stun as well. And the throw, not quite there. The X boom, though. It's huge for NuckleDu, buys himself some time.
Yeah, that stun's going to be wearing off now. Problem next with a crouching light punch, anti-air, positive vibes only. Nice string, ends it with the blast, goes behind it, burns out some of the solid puncher. To deal with that EX Psycho blast, he catches him with the medium.
I cannot believe that was in the front. Anti-air as well. NuckleDu chasing him down, jumps in again, the challenge.
Interrupts again, no, he gets air reset by the target combo, no activation.
Walk-up throw. Man, I cannot believe he tagged that throw. All those upside down kicks. Gotta watch the Psycho Crusher. There it is. The back throw as well. Problem just blocking, and Du is ready for it. So despite that huge lead, brings it all the way back, and it's really just how scary his guile is with jumps and dashes and upside down kicks and offense.
He's trying to steal some frames, gets back thrown for his pleasure, and he's in the corner. Sweep, backdash gets checked.
Yeah, this time the throw from NuckleDu goes up in the air, and that move, you're not beating that move air to air.
No, it's a giant, flying, hurtling comet of a hitbox. Again, he's ready for the dash. No dash is allowed here.
Oh, the pullback didn't get him out of there. NuckleDu was ready for it. Yeah, Crusher, and no more V-trigger. Checks the dash again, NuckleDu!
He is ready!
You cannot sneak in on this guy. He is prepared whether you're going to approach in the air, the ground. Fantastically played from NuckleDu in these first two games.
That's proving not to be the case for Problem because NuckleDu's approach is getting him in. Problem's approach is not paying off for him right now. That's a quick 2 games.
Yeah, it's like every jump NuckleDu does is like, he can't answer it, right?
Yeah, he's having to make a guess and interrupt after blocking it or eat the throw.
We haven't seen that forward medium kick much. NuckleDu just waiting. V-skill, walks up, and yeah, backdash from Problem to reset the spacing.
Nice, swing that fierce out. Plus brains.
Sweet. Weird that he went for the flame on block too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was...
Wow, whiff punish. He was ready for it. Checks the dash. Not a punish, but at least he forced the block. Again, the whiff punish sweep. Some guys better whiff punishes. It doesn't lead to a lot. Dashes through the boom.
That's what he's been looking for, that dash. Yo, boss out with a EX flash kick and back to full screen.
Dash
slow boom. Yeah, he tried to dash through the boom, but it was a slow one.
Keeps it tight. NuckleDu doesn't risk any flash kicks or anything like that yet. Oh, the cross up.
Cross up into the CA. No scaling whatsoever.
That's so messed up. You're just sitting there looking at it, and you're like, okay, well, he's knocked me down. You know, I got like 35, 40% luck. Oh.
No.
Yeah, Problem. I feel like he's one of those people that recognizes that and finds so many critical arts off, you know, cross up, Crusher, or the bomb, or anything like that. He's really good at it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a period of time this season where he was showing up with new crazy setups with that V-trigger too, and really getting the most out of it. Oh, tries to anti-air crouch to the right. Doesn't pay off. Needs to be crouch fierce or head tech.
Yeah, and so far, NuckleDu, this game has had much less success with his approach, and Problem has been a little bit more slow and patient. Yeah, do try to jump, and the command throw now. Uh-oh, gonna be a setup here. Waits for the bomb. Yeah, it goes off.
Activate. Back throw back into the corner now, and it is his turn.
I like it.
Light kick.
Yeah, he used the V-trigger boom so that he didn't have to have the charge. Little boom again. And the crush. He doesn't have critical art, but he was very close.
Ooh, the V-skill.
Missed it.
No, doesn't get the follow-up. There's
He was
the
late.
install.
He was late on the check. He tried it. Uh-oh. Bomb is still ticking. Cross up or not?
No! Explodes in the air.
He tried to air throw, I think, to avoid the mix-up. That's an interesting idea, actually.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah. Why sit there and wait for the left-right when you can just go up in the air and snatch him? I think that was a good try from NuckleDu, although just frames from not working out. Rematch here. And again, the approach option for Problem has looked way better in that last match, and NuckleDu has not been jumping or approaching nearly as much. And he hasn't checked the dash as well either. He missed it in a pretty important moment last time when he got command thrown. Look at this, cornered already. NuckleDu with no offense, although he gets a crush.
Back fierce.
Jump in works, and the challenge again. Not letting NuckleDu go for upside down kick there.
Great timing on that jump out. Worked out for him now. He's got corner control. Checks the upside down again. He hasn't had a lot of success after the first game with that upside down kick.
No, Problem X has just been challenging and not throw teching as much. Yeah, V reversal again. I like that idea. Dash up, the flash kick. Sometimes you have to do it. Jump over, goes low. Ooh, doesn't go for anything, you know, like upside down kick.
Tries to dash through, gets caught by the second hit of the sweep.
Oh man, 2 hits. Uh-oh. Cross up, oh, he
mistimed it.
Of course. The cross-up crusher was coming. NuckleDu, I don't know if he was ready for it, but the whiff ended up happening and he got the punish. Yeah, that'll be a good trade for Problem.
Word, and look at that life lead. Look at the stun as well.
Jump back
Jump
hit.
back works. Problem walks straight into it. There's a crouch fist.
The V reversal. Jump in again. Calls it out and not ready for the dash. The front throw. Great round from Problem X.
Everything's working for Problem on offense and defense this time. He dashes into the sweep though. He wanted the activation anyway.
Oh, caught him counter hit. He's been challenging there a lot. Slow boom. Crushes him. NuckleDu dash up block and the challenge again.
Wow. Problem X not being put off at all.
He had full resources. Like, imagine if that just hits right there. Crouch medium punch. Boom, boom, boom. Critical art. Catches full screen. No anti-air attempt from NuckleDu. Jumps away. Challenges the dash. Not a punish, but gets the jab to force the block.
Oh no, that's not what he wanted.
Should have been crouching heavy punch, not back heavy punch. Walk him back in the corner. Ooh, that's big that he beat the EX. Stopped the orb from getting out there.
Yeah, and again the EX stops the
Medium.
Psycho Axe.
This is that range so far. We've seen a lot more dashes from Problem X. He has V-skill locked and loaded, so he can use that to approach. Flash kick. That's a punish. Yeah, he still has the orb. Wow. His V-skill is lost. He just threw it for nothing. Crush counter. Jumps in. No challenge that time.
That time he
Problem.
keeps it tight.
V reversal again. I love these choices from NuckleDu.
Oh
misses.
my word!
Dumps the
No, he
command
jumps
throw, and that's going to do it. NuckleDu marches through losers all the way to grand finals for a chance at Hot Dog and a chance at winning 2 top 8s today.
At $50,000 would certainly be welcome at home.
Yeah. Recently announced that he is expecting with his fiance in April.
And a new homeowner as well.
Yeah.
So pay off some of that mortgage.
That is a lot of stuff.
It's a college fund.
Yeah, some of that stuff is you're gonna be paying that off for a long time. So NuckleDu marches on the nod as he knows he's got one more Bison player between him and winning this top 8, and then after that will be the #1 seed in a lifetime supply.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. So he's already set up on the stage down there with NuckleDu. He's going to have to win 2 sets, in case you're curious.
Right.
2 sets against Bison, the character he just beat, with Guile to make it here. What's interesting, though, is he going to pick Guile again? Right? You know, obviously you would expect, well, he just won against Bison with Guile, but is it this Bison he's going to play Guile against again?
Well, it seems like he's got... That was like an off-speed Guile.
Yeah.
And you can't maybe come back with that again. The Cammy would make the most sense, right?
It might, yeah. That's interesting to me, right? Is because, you know, even though it was Bison Guile just now, it's a new Bison. Does he play the same matchup or not? And that's what's so fascinating about this. It's not just the character matchup, it's what you think you need to play against someone as well, which is very, very interesting.
Haven't played yet in the top 8 this season, so this is a fresh one for 2019.
Yeah, I think not that surprising that these two haven't run into each other.
Yeah, as you said, Hot Dog's been a lot more of an international attendee. NuckleDu mainly at North American events.
Yes, that's been the case so far for the year. Which is, I mean, I guess, you know, not surprising given the regions they're in, right?
Yeah.
In North America, there's 500 events to attend if you're NuckleDu.
Although interesting that they haven't met at one of the North American events.
Yeah, Hot Dog's been to a few this year.
In fact, there is no record of them playing each other in a top 8 in any season of Street Fighter 5.
Dang.
And here they are in grand finals.
Yeah, playing for $50,000.
Are we going to have a American winner? Of course, he picks Guile in the American finals. He's not even using his own costume. He should definitely be using his own costume.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
For the
Capcom's
power
Cup winner.
He likes to, he's showing off the stars and stripes on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it for America?
Oh, that was a decent try. I think he wanted to pick up.
That, yeah.
Yeah, behind the he wasn't sure if the V-scale boom was going to hit or not. All right, close to Dizzy already. Man, that did a lot.
Got the counter hit, but didn't follow it up. Didn't believe that empty jump.
He went for the stars and stripe upper, and no luck. Goes for the combo.
Star.
I think, oh, that was a that's a big back throw
Yeah,
to get
back
put in the
throw
corner.
from guard, having flashbacks.
What? He did heavy kick. I wonder if he was trying Cycle Crusher or something. That was crazy. He got hit by jump light kick and did reversal heavy kick.
This is certainly an interesting opening round to this grand finals.
Yeah, V-scale nothing. Sometimes you don't want to throw that boom because if you do, then you know the EX stomp will beat it. So we'll see what NuckleDu brings to the table. Last time he started with lots of jumps and dashes against Problem X, and now I want to see if that's going to be the same thing. So far, he's been a little slower.
Definitely hasn't. Yeah, there's the jump light kick rather than jump around. The air to air tries to get the air throw, but it's like he went straight through him.
Yeah, as Bison sort of does. Missed the meat, he got the counter hit anyway. Walk up throw. This is great pressure so far, and that.
Yo!
Yeah, I didn't even end up trading. I was gonna say if this trades, he can like dash up and get a four fierce or something, or get out of the corner at least.
The EX to get over that.
Big jump out. Who didn't go for the flash kick? I think that throw was probably one. Nice reaction. Baits the throw as well. That was gonna be bomb explosion jump and man, that was a rough one. NuckleDu, eyes to the sky, thinking about whether he should stick or not to this character. I think.
A lot of money on the line in this matchup.
Yeah. A fortune, $50,000
on the messenger to his fiance.
She's like, "Hey man, don't lose. That'd be great." I'm like, all right, well, I'll do my best. Back to character selects. As you hear no music,
nothing at all.
It's usually how you can tell.
Ominous silence.
Yeah. Usually means we're going back to character select, where Cammy is the choice. Yeah, the better matchup of all his characters here, probably.
Yeah, very, very difficult for Bison to reliably deal with her aerial approach. He has to make guesses. He has answers for pretty much everything, but they will lose to every other option that she does. It has to be very specific.
Which means you're guessing, right? You have to kind of guess for each of these moments.
And if she does get an and she's plus, then you have to guess again because she gets 3 turns. Yes, you have a 3 frame. Ow, swinging that fierce. I like his Cammy this season as well. His Cammys look better this season.
Yeah, I'm a big fan in general of him playing this character. I think it suits him very well. The air approach or not. He's good at making guesses about what his opponent wants to do in neutral.
Oh, that whiff punish was lovely. Into that activation. He gets the corner back dashes on wake up though.
Oh, baited the throw!
Throw range of Bison.
Yeah, he baited every other character in the game's throw, but not Bison's. EX dive kick gets in. Hot Dog with no buttons until he was plenty pushed away.
He's got the life lead. He's just going to chill now. Doesn't need to take any big risks.
Yeah,
I think did not pay off for Dude.
I think when he saw the purple, he thought it was maybe heavy punch, so he tried to whiff punish the drill on the heavy punch, but a little late, and also not the right button. As we see, Hot Dog faking him a little bit more, crouching medium punch. He's sticking those out to try to make Dude think it's the heavy punch. Yeah, I see that. Late dash under.
It's a good button as well for her.
It's just solid in general. You can buffer it into a lot of stuff.
Jump in. He does jump over the heavy, and this is a huge life lead.
Yeah, it won't be the kill.
Doesn't spend any bar either. No reason to. Picks him up with the back medium. Counter hit combo. Closes it out. No bar spent. And they're both basically full gauge.
Right at the time he dashed, too. Gets the back throw. Yeah, fake. Doesn't want to go for it. There's the whip punish that NuckleDu's been looking for. Oh, fierce.
The fierce.
No confirm, but yeah, again, this is such a bad spot for Bison. Empty low, spends the bar. You get a setup after this,
yeah,
too.
that's why it's a great spend, because he has to take the throw guess, and this is for the stun in the round. Oh, he continues to backdash, and he's so close to getting out of there.
Cannot escape NuckleDu. Light kick, light kick, light kick, just firing away, giving you no room to wiggle. And that's the way you have to do it when they're close to stun. You can't really allow Hot Dog to just freely like backdash or, you know, jump back or escape or whatever. V reversal. Siding here. This is definitely the matchup choice that I think we expected. Guile worked against Problem here, but I like the Cammy choice.
Round 1.
As we see a lot more aerial approach, a lot more light kicks. And then these far whip punishes, he's really good at whip punishing with the drill. There we go, something we haven't seen yet. The B skill to beat the jumps or the dive kicks. More and more plus frames. Nice whip punish. NuckleDu is so good at whip punishing with drill. Like right there, that's where he fires away with that. Same thing we kind of saw in the Sako matchup where he was using the EX smash against the Fears. trigger available for NuckleDu, so you have to watch that crouching heavy punch.
Yeah, can't whiff anything slow.
I like the backdash. Hot dog reset the spacing. Had the regular hit. Wasn't ready for the crouching medium kick.
Version of the low forward. The V reversal is a really good answer to that dive kick. Hits both sides.
Yeah, and knocks her down. A lot of characters have to wait and delay it, and then it still doesn't hit her. They just get it on block.
Yeah.
Try to air to air.
A little bit of gray life on top of that as well.
Swinging.
Damn.
That post-tech heavy kick has been, or heavy punch has been great so far.
Yeah, I like that little walk up crouching short as well because he's been mashing backdash.
Yes.
Trying to walk out of everything as well. Just a little frame walk up into the low short. Caught him standing up.
Misses dive kick. A lot of meter for NuckleDu as well. Spends it. And yeah, he's just mauling on this offense, trying to keep it tight so that Hot Dog, you know, can't backdash out as you mentioned. Beats the ground button, stays in the front so he can keep the corner.
Nice jab interruption though.
Yeah, same spot twice in a row we've seen that challenge, so NuckleDu's got to keep that in mind. We'll try to get that crouching heavy punch on the dash. Stun as well. Big far jump in. Gonna be very close. Whoa, he waited at the tip of that throw range to see what NuckleDu was gonna do. The jab missed as well. Man, his throw range. So good. He walks so slow, but just walks in and out of the throw.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really move around by walking, does he?
Yeah.
It's that 18 frame half screen heavy crush counter button. Scissors. Devil's reverse.
He doesn't need to. He can just walk around with anything else. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't hit. Late dash up, stays in the front. Hot Dog not tricked. That heavy punch is taking him so far. Oh, that's the NuckleDu. Oh, baits the throw as well. Not the dizzy.
That didn't stun. That was stun last season. Stun reduction on a cannon spike.
And man, NuckleDu.
Oh, that's a lovely close-up.
He looks fantastic in the way he's playing this so far. It's very clear how comfortable he is and how, you know, he's really showing off all the things in this matchup that make Bison sweat. Hot Dog. You can see him just kind of sitting there and thinking like, man, there's so many little things that add up that make this matchup just so tough. And, you know, she even gets on the ground for free like that by dashing up because he's scared to hit buttons knowing that the dive kick could come at any time. Breaks the throw. And the anti-air high crouching heavy punch. Neither the dive kick wasn't a threat from that jump angle. Ooh, look for the crush. He was a little early on the roundhouse.
Yeah, it was the right read.
Neutral jump. And he scissor kicked into a neutral jump, so easy for NuckleDu to take advantage of it.
Slide does need to activate. There he goes. Last frame.
Backdash whip punish. I like that to get the side switch as well. That was a good idea from Duke. Wow, jump back. Was looking for the Psycho Crusher. And a reversal Psycho Crusher is very good from Bison. All right, a lot of meter on this.
Yeah, especially
Blast.
the string. There's the CA. That is dead.
Yeah, that hurts. And the nice thing is he didn't even need to use, like, you know, he built off the blast, the critical art, so it's like, okay, well, I didn't build it on the flame. I still have more of this combo that I can use. Blast, Psycho Crusher, critical art. Combo extension is huge to have. See the backdash. NuckleDu's looking for the heavy punch to whip. Wow,
Nice
sweet.
punish. You see that time he interrupted with the jab, didn't have the resources to cancel it into DX scissors. Spent the whole last round.
But worth it to get the kill.
Of course.
Back
It just
throw.
means it's much more difficult for him to get her off there. He risks a low forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's okay when you know
Nice!
Cammy's gonna...
Air reset.
Yeah.
Just the whip blast with the stand fierce.
Whoa, scary challenge. Wow, dashes through the roundhouse? Jump in again. NuckleDu loves that jump light kick into the instant dive kick.
There we go, that jab into the EX scissors. We've seen it so often. There's the activation again. Yo!
Just spends it right away. Beanish has the jump dive kick here for the setup, or can just walk up. And the hit.
The kill.
Yeah, didn't believe in it. NuckleDu needs one tap for the round. Jumps again.
Empty
Jumps.
jump low is blocked.
Dash up.
Oh!
Gets the throw. NuckleDu now on reset point already.
I don't know what Hot Dog was looking for, but it was not the dash.
No, definitely not. Hawk up, just jump, dive kick. Bison, not a lot of great options to deal with that, as we mentioned a few times, and you can just see it. NuckleDu can be wherever he wants to be, although there's the air-to-air.
Yes, he's going to get the EX scissors afterwards. Dashes up, takes the Oki.
Yeah, won't be a side switch.
Cornerback.
That time the side switch. Doesn't spend the EX to get the corner switch, but back throw will do it.
There's a lot of stun. Starting to build out now. Ooh.
You can see Hot Dog on the run the whole time. V reversal? No. Doesn't go for it or anything. Here's again. Dash up. Knuckle Do with the challenge. The throw again. He's going to have V-trigger activation here. But the challenge from Hot Dog. The command throw. This is huge. Oh, wakes up Chip. Oh, he gets out of there with the EX. Bomb's still there.
He's still there, but he interrupts the low forward.
And that's the reset. Nice and quick. Knuckle Do 3-0 after he switched to Cammy. We're going to have a reset bracket here. One more away from taking this. And, you know, if you're Hot Dog, this is back to the drawing board, right? Step and stage 1. How do you deal with this just relentless approach?
There is no firm answer to deal with her approach in this matchup. That's why it's a bad matchup. You just have to hope that when you do make the right decision, you're able to, and have the resources to make her pay for it. And unfortunately, he hasn't as of yet.
I think we need to see some adjustments on what he is swinging with on the ground a little bit, maybe. And he tried the V-skill early on one of the dive kicks, and we haven't seen him really go to that at all.
So the V-skill won't work on the EX dive kick, so it's not something you can use when she's got the bar. It's a big risk. But yeah, start of the round. If she hasn't got it, it's definitely something you can do.
We're right back into it. Second set here between these two. Knuckle Do dominant as soon as he made the switch. See water brought to the stage. Long set. These two got to play. It seems like there's going to be maybe a stage pick. Bustling side. That's my favorite stage.
The first one we ever saw.
Yeah. It only got worse from there for me. I was like, we saw the stage first, and then
do you know what? I was watching that back, and the stage design actually looks mad different in the first one that we saw.
Yeah. I love that stage. That stage is awesome.
I wish they all had those transitions as well.
Yeah. I like the double with the noodles as well.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
All right, so it's been reset. Both in loser's side. This is going to be our final set of the Open Premier, of course. North American Regional Finals to follow after this. Knuckle Do wants to do the double.
Back-to-back win both. It's a tall order, but that would be one of the best feelings going into Capcom Cup.
Well, yeah, remind us of that 2016 season when we had such a great run into Capcom Cup.
Yeah. Playing fantastically at like Canada Cup and the NA final after that and everything. Jump. Tough to deal with.
Got stuffed. There we go. Work that time.
Yeah.
EX scissors for the hard knockdown.
That's definitely one of the best answers to a what if, but it's not an easy one to consistently do. As we see the jump come in again. Scissor kick. He's sticking out more stand medium kick and scissor kick than he did in the last set, and I like that. Something a little different for Knuckle Do to have to think about. Back throw. Hit confirm. Spend it so you get the Oki. Dash from Hot Dog. And you see the pursuit again from Knuckle Do. Lots of jumping. Waiting for the slide, V-trigger. Jumping!
Wow!
But nothing
you
happened.
Believe!
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. Just sat there and crouch blocked and ate the jump in. Was maybe thinking about a dive kick?
Yeah, he was so sure that the dive kick was coming that he didn't even stand block.
Why bother? Didn't end up mattering too badly, actually. Doesn't get the air flip out. Swinging.
Corner now. Bang.
It's a bad spot early. EX. First time Hot Dog tried to take advantage back.
It has been working, but he can change up his options.
EX again.
Oh, swinging for the fences, Knuckle Do.
Those are big risks with this character. She does not have a lot of life.
Spends the whole V-trigger.
And the classic, like lights, into the throw. What are you going to do? You're Bison there. You're looking for maybe a jump dive kick. You're looking for more pressure on the ground. Very good option. The neutral jump, maybe looking for a scissor kick. Man, we've seen a lot more of that standing medium kick, and I think that is a good adjustment to make.
Yeah, if you're going to interrupt, it's a good button to press it down.
Looking for the backdash. Doesn't find it. Blast again. This will be a side switch. This is an important opening for Knuckle Do. Baits the throw. EX as well. Oh!
No! Yeah, that's a whiff.
The side switch
frame
situation.
kill.
Yeah, it ended up being one of those. It was like a weird side switch that he didn't know or wasn't sure if he's going to be in the corner or not.
Uh-oh.
Front throw as well. He's getting close to being able to chip. Well, spent the bar now. Wow, jump back air throw. Jump forward from Knuckle Do. He wanted anything
Lord.
but the corner, and Yeah, Hot Dog gets a game. That's the first one he's gotten against this Cammy so far.
Yeah, and he looks super stressed after getting it as well. You see the respect he was giving him. The EX Blast came out, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. He was so sure that that DP was coming out, but it did not.
He did 2 of them, and he was like, all right, I think I can maybe
This
go
time.
in now.
No. Jump back air throw, though. Was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what he thought he saw or what, you know, he was looking for. Maybe a jump in, I guess, or like the head stomp or something. But same thing as last time, right? I mean, Hot Dog won the first game in the last set. So we're back into it here in the reset. We'll see a lot more of those medium kicks, less standing heavy punches, a couple of more scissor kick on the ground as well. So we got to see if that adjustment is something that Hot Dog holds on to, or if NuckleDu has a good answer for it. Sticking out more medium kicks than NuckleDu now too.
Yeah. And that heavy punch is coming out to try and clip that preemptive. But he needs to be wary.
Every time there's a throw break, it's that heavy punch is going to come out. And if it connected with something, he's going to cancel it. Slide activate.
Back throw.
Oh, man. Yeah, just gets away from the command throw. Back dashes out.
Dashes out. Loses the corner, though.
Yeah, he just wanted the damage into the one-chance situation. I think dash up, no check. Wow, that heavy punch again.
Challenge.
Back throw as well. NuckleDu.
6-frame heavy punch doing some work.
It's such a good button. It's one of those why nots, you know, and you're in range like that. If it connects, you're going to cancel into a drill. Late dash under. NuckleDu very
Takes the
sneaky.
damage and the Oki rather than the side switch. Oh, swinging again, looking for that whip punish. Back throw.
Reversal
I
out.
like that view. That's guaranteed as well.
Yeah, sometimes if you're a little far, it can whip. But in that range, perfect. Crushes out. Gets out of the corner, which is, I think, pretty big here. Jump in.
The jump in.
Just goes low. NuckleDu, I think, was respecting something else, a walk back maybe.
Yeah, looking for a walk back and then to swing that big golf club, stand fierce.
Yeah, 'cause he was looking for the bomb explosion, I think. And Hot Dog didn't even get a chance. D-trigger available. Have to watch the jump.
Jump in that time. He catches the start up of the fierce, walks back.
Goes low. And the throw afterwards, of
Positive
course.
vibes only on that. Those are still plus.
I mean, and that's the thing, too, is in that situation now, you know, we see it's one apiece. NuckleDu is kind of insisted a little bit more on, like, kind of approaching from the air, swinging with that heavy punch. And now if you're Hot Dog, it's like, well.
I like using the EX Hooligan at that point as well because obviously the dive kick's going to be plus, but he got away with the slide. It wasn't something that he's shown at all.
Start of the round, jump into jump. No dive kicks either. Wow.
That throw range, man.
Hottest
Damn.
button.
That's Kansorn. He makes the most of it. The stun
Stun?
already.
Man.
Didn't even notice that. Look at the red.
Out of the corner.
Right. Gets the corner back, double dash. There's the throw bait.
Yeah. V reversal, still point blank with pressure. Jump in again, V reversals. This time it lands, but NuckleDu with the challenge. Air to air was ready for it.
Instantly.
We've seen so many times where NuckleDu goes button, button, jump, dive kick, or button, button, jump, and I think that that was one of those times where Hot Dog called it out.
Yeah, he's making those hard reads and believing in his predictions after studying the patterns.
Whiff on the scissor kick. Hard to whiff punish at that range. Catches a button, but nothing after. Dunked. And this is great control from Hot Dog, although this will be a side
I don't
switch.
know why he finished that in the flame, but...
Challenges.
Oh, just outside of range.
Missed the uppercut again off that. He didn't know what side he was going to be on.
There's the activation. No,
Catches
stay
him.
there.
That's a quick game for Hot Dog. Really just on defense, you can tell he stopped respecting the uppercut. And NuckleDu is trying to jump. He's trying to wiggle. You know, he set the pace early and then now hasn't gone back to it in a while. And if your uppercut is blocked as Cammy against
Bison, yeah.
it's over. It doesn't matter where your health is at. It's the end of the round, probably. So that's 2-1 here. Some good adjustments. We saw that air-to-air come out a little bit more. I like some of the stuff we're seeing here from Hot Dog and now NuckleDu. Back to the drawing board again.
Back to the messenger board.
Yeah. Somebody out there is like, hey, man, it's going to be okay.
He's going to do hell attack after your block string.
It's a plus, man. Be careful.
All right. Change of scenery again.
We're going random select field of fate.
Skies of Honor.
Oh, all the way back to button select.
Okay.
Does that mean a character switch, maybe?
It might be. That's normally what it indicates.
Yeah, usually you switch up the buttons because you want like a V-trigger button or a V-skill button for some characters.
And he is changing those buttons around. So what's it going to be from his roster of 7 characters? Might be Mika.
I actually think... I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's a hard guess. Mika is not that... wouldn't be that surprising. I wouldn't be that surprised about G either.
It definitely feels like he is very comfortable in his patterns. Hot Dog is too comfortable in his patterns. So changing it up to a different character. Okay.
G it is.
Going for G.
I think a fine choice.
The crowd likes that as well.
Yeah. That's the president right there. I think,
If
you know,
only.
a fine choice in this matchup, even though a little weak on defense, his ability to hang on the ground against this character is going to be great, and also his offense. Terrifying, even for a character like Bison, who also on defense does not have much. Oh, that raw smash and the level early. No knockdown yet. Oh, try crouching
too
heavy.
early.
Yeah. Jump
Stun.
back,
No, he's out of there.
which is important. He avoided it.
The crouching medium interrupts. And the
Command
tables
throw.
have turned. Eats the raw jumping. No!
Big drop on that combo. Hot Dog ready. Command throw comes out. Back throw. It's going to be the setup. Psycho Axe. It would have been standing heavy punch into the Devil's Reverse after for the cross-up.
He's giving up V-trigger as well.
And the command throw. Look at that. Despite the switch, Hot Dog looking prepared and ready.
That's a horrible situation when you've got 3 bars and you have to give up one of them to V-reversal against Bison and you've got a significant life deficit.
Yeah. You're not going to build that extra bar. We have not seen any buttons really buffered for Do work out so far. In the corner early. There's the light kick.
Nice, that little walk back.
Throw break. Last time it was command throw. Whip
There's
punish.
the whip punish. The stand fierce and he goes to the corner.
Catches him air flip
Slightly
out.
too late.
Ooh, light kick again. The slide activates. No command throw this time. Ah, it's your jab. Beat the jump
Nice
over.
jab, yeah, that was very nice.
And Knuckle Dude just being a wall. The
The
V-skill.
V-skill, what an answer to that.
Checks the dash as well. Doesn't go for the smash upper. It would have killed. And the crouching medium kick sends it to a last round here in this 4th game.
Still set point though for Hot Dog. Tournament point here for Hot Dog.
Yeah, I think Dude was able to slow it down.
Another bad cancel, but too far away.
Didn't get a punish. Dude's been able to slow this down quite a bit. That anti-air down jab on the early jump heavy punch. EX Orb, he's gonna land on it. Gets the dunk.
The axe.
The throw, that was a scary spot.
This is a huge life lead. Who needs to interrupt and activate somehow? Raw activation.
Throws the V-skill. Got a lot of space
Hot
for it.
dog.
Jump
Oh!
V-skill. Yeah, done the
Use
flame.
The flame to eat some of the V-skill, I guess.
Maybe low smash.
Oh my word.
This is the start. Catches him.
Right, V-trigger's going to run out. It has done. He's got a hard guess here. He's only level 1 though.
Jump in.
Plus frames. No V reversal to use.
Anti-air lands. Scary Knuckle Dude with a lot of bar.
and that's going to be it.
That'll do it. Hot Dog, your Super Premier winner here over Knuckle Dude after the reset. After all those games and all 3 characters, he gets the job done and is looking fantastic on his way to Capcom Cup. Super well played. And to be honest, the way he played onto the sets before Grand Finals, I think, was even more impressive than the way he closed it out here.
Yeah, beating Punk, beating Problem X. Incredible stuff there. Beating Knuckle Dude in the Grand Finals. 3-1 in the reset after going through at least half of his roster.
Yeah, trying a bunch of the different characters of the 7 that he mentioned that Knuckle Dude's capable of playing. A really hard-fought battle for him, and you know, it's impressive enough that we saw the switch to Cammy, he gets 3-0'd, and then starts to figure that character out, forces Knuckle Dude onto another character, and still gets the W without even needing a game to adjust or anything like that.
That's actually enough points now to put him above Fujimura.
Yeah, I mean, that's an
1,000
extra
points.
1,000. He also is a Premier winner as well, so, you know, it's a nice chunk of change to have for him. Excellently